Coming to you live from the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, this is Respect, a gathering of some of the finest performers in all of the industry in what I am considering the Warped Tour of professional wrestling. I am Mr. Entertainment, Harry Turjanian, joined by the dazzling Sam Laterna. Sam, we are in for a fantastic event, are we not?
We certainly are. The inaugural event tonight going down at the Mecca. Top of mind for me, we've got the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan going head-to-head with the international Outlaw Akira, fresh off of his tour of Japan. Definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. And, of course, Sammy Chaos going face-to-face with Gabby Forza. This is the rubber match that will determine which lady reigns supreme in the Northeast. Harry, tell us about the main event,
Well,
brother.
we're talking a main event that is a dream match in the making. We're talking Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone, taking on Bear Bronson, who's got something to prove, who is on a tear on the independent scene. And let's see if he could add some more respect to his resume. And these people are all excited about it. You know what? I'm excited about it. Let's not wait. Let's kick it off. Let's throw it to Shane Fair already in the ring.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Sam. Welcome to the Mecca of independent wrestling here in Ridgefield Park. Welcome to RTC and welcome to Respect. Good evening, everybody. We're going to start things off right now. And if you are following us on social media, this gentleman was scheduled to have a match tonight against Desmond Cole. Unfortunately, Desmond Cole could not be with us tonight. However, unfortunately, this man is with us. So, we're going to let him have the floor right now and bring him out to address the crowd and start off Respect. So, without further ado, this is wrestling's richest prize, the All-Father, Mr. Darius Carter.
Well, Sam, it didn't take Shane Fair that long to editorialize, if you will. But you're talking about an event that has had a lot of emotion within it, a lot of press, and we're kicking it off, starting it off with the All-Father, Darius Carter.
Yeah, there's not enough that needs to not be said about Darius Carter. Shane Fair kept that concise intro. I'm sure Darius is going to give us a mouthful tonight, Harry.
Well, Darius certainly talks a big game, but the fact of the matter is he always seems to back it up.
He certainly does. I had to give Darius his moment to yell into the camera and, you know, affirm him being the superior top dog here at Respect. I know he's looking to lay that claim right now, but let's give him his flowers. Really one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, despite having a horrible chip on his shoulder.
Well, horrible maybe, but successful absolutely. I mean, Darius Carter, he is a name in this business for a reason. And I like Darius Carter because he did not like Shane Fair's intro, so hey, I'll do one of my own and I'll do one that's even better.
Oh, so you're trying to hop off commentary and get Shane's gig?
No. I'm saying Darius Carter did the intro better.
Sorry, I mistook. I was like, well, you could be a man of many different talents.
Oh, I have a lot of talents. Too many jobs. Too many. That's why I'm Mr. Entertainment, Sam.
I get it. The moniker makes sense now. But Darius, you know, he's got a very specific way that he likes things laid out. He likes to propagandize his entrances, in my opinion, to fit his narrative.
Well, a man of his stature sometimes deserves a magnanimous entrance. And look, again, people may not like it. People may not like how Darius does it, but there's no doubt that he is successful. We're talking number 4 in the BRP 50. Number 152 in the Pro Wrestling Illustrated top 500 wrestlers in the world. That is something to admire and respect. And just ask Darius. He'll tell you all about it.
Oh, I think he's going to do so right now. Let's see what the All-Father has to say.
It's respectfully quiet in here.
Well, that didn't last long.
Allow me to introduce myself. You're looking. I am wrestling's richest prize. I am the All-Father. I am number 4 on the BRP 50, 152 in the PWI, number 1 in your hearts. Mr. Darius Carter. Now let's be honest. Originally, I was slated to face Charles Mason. But Charles, you like it safe, don't you, Charles? You like it in that company that keeps you safe. Recognize, Charles, you are a coward for not showing up today. And then he fell out of the picture. And then it was the Brass Ring Invitational. And then someone couldn't show up for that. Mike Donovan ends up being my opponent. He gets put in another match. Darius Carter has no one to face until Desmond Cole shows up, right? But Desmond can't show up either. Everyone has family emergencies when it comes to facing the All-Father, because when you face me, I make it a family experience because we send you to the hospital and your brothers and sisters get to show up next to you.
Ooh.
So, I don't know who my opponent is going to be. And baby, when you are this excellent, it does not matter. So I want to see who has the fortitude to step to the All-Father. So I am issuing an oath.
Well, Darius Carter not mincing words, demanding you put respect on his name, but who is it? Oh!
It's Gabriel Sky answering the challenge last minute here, Harry.
He fights out of New York City, weighing in at 185 pounds. This is Strong Spirit, Gabriel Sky.
Well, Sam, the card always says underneath, card subject to change, and that happened to Darius Carter on several occasions. But if anyone can handle this, it's a man with the experience of the All-Father, Darius Carter.
Absolutely, and if anyone can handle the All-Father, it is certainly Gabriel Sky. This is going to be a really unique meshing of different styles. We have the high-flying acrobatic ability of Sky, and then that technician in Darius Carter. Definitely a perfect match to showcase what respect is all about.
You know, this is not the first matchup between these two. A couple years back, Gabriel Sky, he came close but ended up on the losing end in a tournament against Darius Carter. But that was over 6 years ago, and this is a different competitor. A lot can happen in 6 years, Sam.
And a lot has happened in 6 years. Gabriel Sky has exploded on the Northeast scene. Of course, we know him as one half of Above the Rest with Tristan Ty. But he's really come into his own over the past year and a half or so as a singles wrestler.
And as the... Oh.
Oh. Wow. Well, shots fired by Darius.
Oh.
Sky saying he's going to send him back home, and we're off to the races, Harry.
By the way, this matchup sponsored by Toe Tags and the Knucklehead Network. Thank you for being one of the sponsors of Respect, and what I think is going to be an event talked about years from now.
Absolutely. Everything about this event has the making of something that could really grow in the Northeast. But I don't think Darius cares about that. He's gonna wait until he is well and ready to get in that ring, Harry.
Well, that's Darius' style. He always tries to make sure that he has the psychological advantage before he puts on a single hold. And that is what has led him to victory and success in this industry. And you talk about cards subject to change. There's an adage in wrestling. When you make a change, you try to give the fans something better than the original matchup. And that is absolutely what Ray Sanchez has done here tonight.
Absolutely, and there have been some changes that have had to be made on tonight's card, but we've still got the best of the best out of the Northeast. And right now, starting off with Gabe Sky going head-to-head with Darius Carter, someone who really has made his claim to being, whether we like it or not, a standard bearer, a brass ring holder, a gatekeeper of the Northeast.
No doubt about that. And look at that. Some chain wrestling here and a lot of quick maneuvers there from Gabriel Sky.
Yeah, definitely showing off.
Ooh, getting an armbar of his own.
Showing off that wrestling acumen. But Darius Carter always angling for where he can find an opening, find a rope. Even when Darius is down, he's using his third eye to calculate his next move, Harry.
Look at that. A little bit of flipping and counter chain wrestling of his own, using the leverage of his limbs. You saw how he did almost a judo flip there, using his quads to trip Gabriel Sky. And that's what makes Darius so dangerous, is that he is always thinking about his ring positioning, the next move. You can't outthink Darius Carter. Gabriel Sky is going to have to outwork him, outfly him, outstrike him, but he's not going to outthink Darius Carter.
Yeah, one of the great minds in our business. Darius has been on top for so long, and I think that that's really contributed to that overbearing sense of self, that confidence that he has, no matter the opponent. But right now, I think Gabe Sky is playing Darius's game really well, leaning into that chain and showing Carter that he can tussle with him at his level.
Well, over the last couple of years, Gabriel Sky, you know, he self-professes that he lost himself a little bit and had to go on a journey, and he's discovered many different styles, traveled all over the world, and he's always adding to his arsenal. And that chain wrestling is something a little bit new. He's normally a striker and a high flyer.
If I do recall, he did do a tour of Europe recently, I thought I saw.
1, 2, oh! And a quick bridge forced on Gabriel Sky, but look at how quickly Darius Carter tries to knock him down, but that core strength from Gabriel Sky.
Yeah, that's a signature of Darius's, but Sky has him scouted. As you said, shoulders were down for a second, but...
And the thing is, Gabriel Sky, it's impressive, but how long can he hold on? And that's the mentality of Darius Carter. He caught Gabriel Sky into thinking there was a third pin attempt and just drove his knee right into the solar plexus. And now maybe going to flip him over there, a chin lock. Yeah, bringing him down, sucking the oxygen out of Gabriel Sky. And I think this is a wise move by Darius Carter. He's got to limit the mobility of Gabriel Sky. Take the oxygen away from him, take the breath away from him, and he can't run around with all that speed.
Very true. If you're winded, you panic. Not sure where to go from there, but Gabriel
Headlock
Sky.
takeover there and dropping him onto the mat here.
Oh, but Darius trying to get that hair. I know DM Stevens is watching out like a hawk because he knows how Darius can be.
And that was enough of a distraction to buy Darius some time to drag him over with those leg scissors.
Absolutely.
The interesting thing, Sam, is you said he was grabbing the hair. He didn't fully grab the hair. He made the attempt, so he can't get disqualified, but it was enough to throw Gabriel off.
Well, yeah, I think he was doing that just to get Gabriel to then fuss over the hair, making an opening. But Gabe, quick pin there. Now both men up on their feet. Darius looking to still stay on the offensive here. And, I mean, elephant in the room, Darius definitely has a little bit of a height advantage over Gabe Sky, so he's able to lean into that with his ground game, Harry.
No doubt about it, Sam. You make a good point, but it's not just the height advantage, it's how you use it. And Darius uses those limbs to gain the leverage here, trying to keep Gabriel Sky down, but he's just too strong, popping up here, hoping to maybe get a release from this headlock. He does. Big shoulder block from Darius Carter.
And now Darius off the ropes, up and over goes Sky, nearly tumbling over there.
A leapfrog. Oh, a nice Ricky Steamboat arm drag. A second one at that.
Gabe Sky feeling a second wind here, showing off.
Big spinning heel kick. But Darius Carter smartly goes to the outside to catch a breath here because the momentum is firmly in Gabriel Sky's hands here.
Yeah, this is trademark Darius, taking a moment to rest outside, jaw jack to the audience. But lest we forget, Gabe Sky is a gentleman who will definitely take the high-flying route. And, okay, looking out for the fans. We like that. We don't want anyone to run into the fans over the top rope.
Well, I don't know if Darius cares about the fans so much as he cares about himself. Either way.
Gabe did. But Gabe going out there searching for Darius. Now they're on the outside. Anything can happen out here. Really a chance to utilize the outside, the apron, the weapons. I think it's a really safe place for Darius to do his comeuppance here.
I think this does favor Darius. All he wants to do is create some space. There you go. And see, that's the thing about Darius. He always keeps his cool. He's always calm and collected. And Gabriel Sky, Oh, Darius Carter driving the back and skull of Gabriel Sky into that ring post.
Yes, and as I see this attack unfold outside, I can't help but think that Darius might have intentionally baited Gabriel to the outside now. As I said, Darius always a man with a plan. He broke that count just now, and now he's back on the outside here. He looks like he wants to play with his food before he eats it, shall we say.
Well, Darius knows at what position, when he has the momentum, and when he should take advantage here. You know, Darius is a great technical wrestler, but if you take a fight to him, he will reciprocate in kind.
And now Gabe in a really dodgy position there amidst the chairs, the fans. Definitely has to get back on the offensive somehow. Super vulnerable here. Keeping in mind that, of course, we do have a 10 count that DM Stevens is calling. Both Gabe and Carter have to keep out for that.
Well, nobody wants to see a count out here. Darius gets in to break the rope count, but Gabriel holding on here. It's enough to break the count. Ooh.
Wow.
But the consolation prize is a double chop to the throat. And Darius rearranging some furniture, and I don't think it's to give Gabriel a nice seat for this matchup. As we get the count out, I know Gabriel Sky took this match last minute. I mean, as last minute as you can get. And, ooh. And from those big, massive forearms there, and the two going back and forth here. And they got to mind the count. Oof. And Darius, again, is always willing to disrupt the pattern, and that's the difference between the length of time Darius has been in this business and Gabriel Sky, who's been here since 2016, and that's no small cup of coffee, but it's nothing compared to what Darius has done and everything he knows.
And we have to remember that Gabriel Sky, amazing, capitalizing on that chair fort that Darius initially built. I bet Carter is regretting that right now.
Well, he will when he wakes up from this. Oh.
Yeah, I think he might have underestimated Gabe Sky, who, of course, we know as a tag team wrestler, but over the past year or two, he's really broken out in singles, found himself, adopted this moniker of strong spirit, and I think we're seeing that on full display here right now, Harry.
Up at the top rope, Gabriel Sky going for one of those patented high-risk maneuvers, up and over, crossbody, but Darius tries to flip it, 1, 2.
Wow, what a maneuver. The momentum of that almost found Darius on top of that pin, but Sky had him scouted.
And Darius, Scott, you talked about that excursion he did all over the world to discover himself. One of the things he did was go to Japan and start wrestling death matches, something he'd never done before. So this is a much tougher Gabriel Sky, but tough or not, nobody can withstand the pain there in the, let's say, sensitive regions of Gabriel Sky.
Yeah, a little low-rent district, shall we say.
There you go.
That will disable even the most strong man. And now Darius knows exactly what he's going for. Knees to the back of the neck.
That's going to disorient you. That could bust an eardrum with the way he's striking. And, ooh, dropping Gabriel Sky onto his back. And like we said, he took this match last minute. That doesn't give you much time to prepare for somebody with the experience of a Darius Carter.
That's true, but at the same time, Gabriel Sky has met Darius Carter in the ring. He's been on countless shows with the Allfather, so he knows what he's all about, both inside and outside of the ring. And Darius...
Ooh, slingshot right into the throat of Gabriel Sky.
I don't know how much longer Sky's going to have in the tank. Earlier on, getting hit with one of those crucifix chops, and now yet another onslaught to the throat with that slingshot.
I mean, the throat is the most sensitive region, other than, you know, the nether regions there, that you could strike somebody. I mean, you could permanently injure somebody, destroy a windpipe, and Gabriel Sky is going to continue to tough it out, but for how much longer?
Yeah, and if you're having trouble breathing, you're having trouble wrestling. Darius Carter knows that, being a master of every appendage. And now Gabe Sky on the outside, a little worse for wear here. Uppercuts by Darius. He's really in his element right now, Harry.
Well, when he's in control, that's the most dangerous time to be against Darius Carter. Look, Gabriel Sky made no qualms about it. He highly respects Darius Carter. He doesn't agree with his methods or how he goes about it, but he has a lot of respect for him. But he might have bitten off a little more than he can chew in this. And look at that, Darius Carter, even stepping into the ring, he's taking his sweet time. And that, ooh.
Such an act of disrespect. As you said, Sky has a base level of respect for Carter, but Carter has that respect for nobody.
Well, that's also the toughest part of wrestling, Darius Carter, is not only the physical prowess, but what he does to humiliate you psychologically, to stomp you. Oh, and Darius Carter letting everybody know that this is his yard. You know, for Darius, he is the leadoff match in this first edition of this promotion, this first event, and that's not by mistake. You know, you want to start off an event. That is something that could affect other wrestlers. He takes that with a badge of honor, that he is going to be the first competitor as part of respect, and he wants to be victorious in the history books.
Darius is very much so setting the tone for what kind of wrestling this promotion is going to represent. And as you said, Darius does take that as a badge of honor, whether it's the main event, the opening match. He loves that challenge.
Oh, and Gabriel Sky barely breaks that count there. Darius Carter was fully willing to take that count out victory, and I don't blame him. A win is a win. But Gabriel Sky.
Sense of urgency here. Thunderous chops delivered to Darius.
Oh, back continuous. Over and over again, chopping Darius Carter down, taking away that size advantage, Sam.
Yes, we're seeing his strong spirit on full display right now. He didn't come to the Mecca to lose. He took this match last minute and wants to get that W over Carter. But Carter, ever scrappy, wants to make sure he gets the W in this opening match.
You saw, Gabriel Sky pumping himself up because he was excited about the momentum he finally developed, and just that couple seconds was enough for Darius Carter to regain his composure and just kick all the joy right out of Gabriel Sky. And here we go. It's Darius Carter trying to take advantage, trying to stalk Gabriel Sky. Just like a wolf hunting his prey, and Gabriel Sky continuing to try to fight, literally punching in the air. He can barely see. He's got to be disoriented at this point from all those strikes to the head.
Absolutely.
And look at that, another slap. A big sleeper hold there from Darius Carter in the center of the ring here, trying to take Gabriel Sky down. Gabriel trying to reach for the ropes here. Get a rope break, but Darius holding on strong, using all of his upper body strength, that size advantage. And this is desperation time for Gabriel Sky. If he can't get loose, Darius is going to put him out, as he's done to many an opponent. That sleeper hold driving him down to his knees. The referee's going to check if Gabriel Sky is conscious here. He's going to raise that arm. Here we go. 1. He's got to the answer. He's got to the count of 3.
My mic is back on just in the nick of time.
Here we go. And wait a minute, Gabriel Sky. Gabriel Sky able at the last second to compose himself, to come to, and still, though, has not broken free, Sam, of this sleeper hold.
He's not. He's struggling, but he's got a plan. I trust Sky. Oh, using that momentum.
1, 2.
Oh, what an upset that would have been. Both men on their feet. Sky with an English drop kick, kipping up, feeling the emotion of this raucous crowd here at the Mecca.
And finally, we see Darius Carter in a moment of weakness here. A big high kick from Gabriel Sky. Oh, nice. Bridge 1. Gabriel Sky landed that bridge suplex there, but didn't quite get the cover here. Oh, wait a minute. A nice driver in the center of the ring here, but Gabriel Sky exhausting himself with putting everything out of there, emptying the gas tank. 1, 2. So close, Sam, almost to the count of 3 here. See how these two competitors are just exhausted.
Yeah, Gabriel Sky looking at this audience here at the Mecca, digging deep. These boys have been going on 10 minutes now.
And it's been a hard 10 minutes, Sam. It's not been a slow 10 minutes by any means.
Gabe Sky looking to finish things off. But Darius Carter always with a plan here. Drop kick right to the jaw of Sky. Folds him up.
2.
Dang.
You don't see competitors with the size of Darius Carter often hit a drop kick with that height.
You don't, but
impact.
that's how you know that Darius is sweating a little bit, because when he goes for those moves that we don't usually see him showcase, you know he's tussling with someone who also has the wrestling acumen that he has.
But he does have that ability to dig deep, Sam. You're right, to pull out those tricks, to go deep into the playbook. And, you know, for Gabriel Sky, he wanted to redeem himself. He said, I'm going to redeem himself. But Darius Carter, quick. Oh.
Uh-oh, is he looking for a submission finish here?
No, I think he might be going for the royal sweep, but
Sky with hellacious kick combos here. I think going for a German. Will he get it?
up. Oh, 1, 2, 3. What a great bridge. He'd gone for that maneuver before in the match, Sam, and he wasn't able to get it. This time he had it, but still, Darius Carter was able to kick out.
Yeah, I think both of these fighters have totally different motivation in winning. Darius very much so wants to maintain his reputation as this lethal, defiant wrestler. Gabriel Sky wants that W.
As we see that replay, Sam, 1 second, look at that. Darius held onto the ropes, so Gabriel smartly creating the distance, so close, but no cigar there for Gabriel Sky. I apologize for interrupting.
No worries. He folded him up like a pretzel, but now
Darius first to his feet here.
First to his feet, and often at this point in the match, the first to their feet is going to have the advantage. But Gabe Sky tonight, he's really pulling from down deep, Harry. He knows how much a W against Carter would mean.
Not only that, but remember, he wrestled him 3 years ago, came up short, and he remembers that. He said tonight, he will redeem himself. That is his goal. Ooh.
Yes, Sky, not the same man he was 3 years ago, not the same wrestler, looking to prove that today, not relenting against the Allfather, Darius Carter.
And again, Darius Carter breaking that momentum and change back and forth with those European uppercuts. And again, to the sleeper hold, but this time, Sky reverses it, goes for a roll-up, but Darius holds on to the turnbuckle.
Uh-oh, up and over to the outside is Sky. Kick to the head of Carter. Looking to be closing things out here. Let's see.
Going to the top. Oh! And he was maybe going for the Skyfall, but Darius caught him with that big punt kick. And again, but Darius going for the royal sweep. He nails it. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3.
The winner of the first ever match and respect the craft history, Mr. Darius Carter.
Well, as we look at the replay, the big punt kick there, the Skyfall attempt not landing, but Darius does land that royal sweep, driving his skull, Gabriel Sky's skull, right into the mat, and the 1, 2, 3, just as Darius Carter promised and predicted, the Allfather is victorious in the first ever matchup of respect.
Yes, that royal sweep cinched in, executed for the 1, 2, 3. Darius Carter doing what he does best, but guys, I gotta give it up for Gabe Sky. He really did his thing. Big ups to him for coming out last minute, answering the challenge after opponent had to be moved around for Carter. This is how we do at Respect, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to stay tuned. We've got some sick action coming up in the main event. Bronson, Anthony Gangone, and so many others, Harry.
Wait, I forgot, Sam. That was just the opening contest of tonight. If you think the opening matchup is this good, imagine what the rest of the show is going to be like. And as Darius Carter, the wrestling's richest prize, celebrates, Gabriel Sky can only look on as he goes 0-2 against the Allfather. And for Gabriel Sky, came so close, very impressive here. And for people who didn't get the opportunity to see him before,
RTC, give it up for this man who stepped up, answered the challenge with no time to prepare. This is strong spirit, Gabriel Sky.
Wow, Harry, Gabriel Sky with a raucous ovation from the audience. Clearly, they respect what he was able to do in that ring tonight, win or lose.
And as much as I love Darius Carter, I got to give a great deal of respect to Gabriel Sky, not just for taking this matchup last minute, but for being so impressive and showing these people that he's going to be around this business for a long time, and we're going to see a lot from Gabriel Sky.
Absolutely. The sky's the limit.
Oh, I see what you did there, Sam. All right, you're not the only one who can make a pun. I like that. Well, you're talking about spirit. We got a lot of spirit in this next matchup coming to us It's in the women's division here in Respect, which is going to be one of the crown jewels of Respect. We're talking about the baddest chick on the block, Valentina Vazquez, against the kick demon, Janai Kai.
Absolutely. Big match. Looking forward to seeing these two ladies tussle. Let's send it over to Shane Fair.
Thank you to the commentary team. How are we feeling after one match? Oh, Darius Carter starting off on shaky foundation. I guess we'd all be dicks if we had to pay Connecticut gas prices, right?
Oh, my goodness, here. Shane Fair.
All right.
Insulting
With that
several
said,
states.
Thank you to our sponsor of that first match, Knucklehead Toe Tags. And your neighbor right there is sponsoring this next match. Thank you to Gigi for the win. Thank you to both you guys. Every weekend, you guys not only put your time, but you put your money into this sport. Thank you so much for everything you do to the Knucklehead Network. Thank you all, everybody. And also thank you to co-event sponsors, Smacks NYC LLC, delivering to all of New York and New Jersey. Get one of those infused drinks and you'll enter on the turnpike and get off somewhere in Alpha Centaurian somewhere. Okay. Now,
Great sell, Shane.
This next match is a singles match and it is scheduled for one fall. Referee Angel Cruz taking over for this one. It is a singles match. Introducing first.
Well, when you get a sponsorship here at Respect or any show that Shane Fair's on, you get your money's worth. Thank you, Gigi, for the win, for sponsoring what is going to be a hard-hitting matchup, I think, against two of the best on the women's scene here in independent wrestling.
She fights out of right here in New Jersey. She is the baddest bitch. Valentina Vazquez.
Valentina Vazquez making her way to the ring. I actually have known Valentina for quite some time, since 2017. We used to train together at CZW. She's a staple of the New Jersey, Pennsylvania scene, and tonight she gets to try her luck with the kick demon, Janai Kai, but the baddest bitch ain't playing around, and she knows that a W over Kai could really set her up for some really good opportunities.
Well, look, women's wrestling has evolved in the last decade, in the last 5 years. It's ever changing, and that's such a great thing. But you have competitors.
And her opponent.
You get competitors from all over the world. There's new talent always showing up. And this next competitor is maybe one of the best and has the potential to be a star in this industry.
She fights out of Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, the kick demon, Janai Kai.
Harry, I couldn't agree more with you. Janai Kai, a world-traveled wrestler. There's not much that she hasn't done, not many places she hasn't worked. She's one of my personal favorites. She's the perfect example of hard work and dedication, moving you up in this business. Not only is she an awesome person to have in the locker room, but she has one of the deadliest kicks in the game.
Well, you say deadliest kicks, deadliest punches. I mean, geez.
Deadliest everything. She's a multidisciplinary fighter.
I wouldn't want to be near her when she's fanning herself. She's that deadly with her hands and feet. But Valentina going right after her, trying to take advantage here, but a quick waistlock counter from Janai Kai.
Yeah, beginning of the match, both ladies jockeying for position a little bit, feeling each other out. I don't know if this is one of their first matches. Not sure if these ladies have tussled before. Any info on that, Harry?
No, they have not. This is their first contest together, which is always very interesting. The first minutes against a new opponent can always be a feeling out process. So sometimes that collar, elbow tie-up it's not about strength. It's not about getting a pin. It's just about getting a feel for your opponent, what their strengths and weaknesses are. And Janai Kai going with that headlock. Valentina going for a clothesline, ducking it, but ooh, it didn't take long for Janai to pull out one of her patented kicks, and another one at that, sending Valentina to the outside.
Yeah, Janai Kai really throwing one of those haymakers early on in the match. It appears that maybe she's going for a quick win here tonight. The Kick Demon is someone who's so multifaceted. She's been everywhere from Tokyo Joshi Pro to MLW, where she's the former MLW Women's Champion.
And right now she's trying to go after Valentina Vazquez, and she catches her. unable to run out. Oh!
And it's funny because Valentina was jaw-jacking, and now not so tough when Janai Kai is literally brawling on the outside with you. Huh, Valentina?
Oh, and Valentina, the baddest chick on the block, but did you see the height of that side kick there? That Muay Thai training, that Taekwondo background from Janai Kai, a black belt in multiple disciplines here. And
yeah, definitely someone who is a well-rounded student of the game.
Another one.
Not only within wrestling, but also within MMA. Someone who really is not the one to mess with. I've spoken to men after their bouts with her, and they have had welts on their chests and maybe some internal bleeding, Harry.
Valentina's definitely going to have to make a doctor's appointment after this if she can not turn around the momentum, because right now Janai Kai trying to do as much damage with her feet and the ring post, but Valentina smartly able to reverse it.
A little bit of a last-ditch effort there, but I'll give it to her. She was aware of her surroundings, but she's going to not want to catch her breath too much and stay on the kick demon, because Janai, she's got so much wind, and she's just someone who's on the scene every weekend, week in and week out, really killing the game here. So
and with Valentina, you know, she put out some videos on social media where she talked about not being afraid of the kicks of Janai Kai, saying, hey, I have some kicks of my own.
Okay, well, you know, I think we just saw one pretty stark kick to the face of Janai. I don't think Kai took very kindly to that. But Valentina's had enough. She's ready to get on the offensive here. Wow, really going for that knee, and Janai.
And I think this is a very smart tactic here by Valentina Vazquez. If she can take out the legs and compromise the knee, Kai is not going to be able to throw those kicks. She's not going to have the platform to do it. The foundation here, and ooh.
Yeah, that's her bread and butter. And notice that Janai Kai does not have kick pads or knee pads on, so anything that's done to that lower half, she's exposed, she's vulnerable.
To your point, Janai is used to assaulting people with those Muay Thai kicks, and it hurts a lot without knee pads, but the downside is if you're on the receiving end like she is right now, it's going to be a detriment.
Yeah, Kai doing some defensive kicks now, but she's very much so on the ground. This is not necessarily her point of strength. When she's on her feet and she's able to use her appendages to her advantage, that's when she is really on the top of her game. And, you know, based on this offense we're seeing from Vazquez, she's definitely done her homework, watched a little bit of tape on Janai. I would if I was her. And now we've got this single leg crab locked in, Harry, definitely wrenching that left leg, but Janai pushing off, getting up.
Creating that separation and going right back to the kicks as quickly as possible. Trying to shatter each of the ribs. Oh, man.
Wow, going for a corkscrew of sorts.
There,
yeah.
And again, going after that left knee. She has set about to take out that left knee, which I think is a great strategy. It'll take the base away here.
Yeah,
but the kicks take so much out of Valentina. By the time she gets up, she can't keep Janai down.
Yeah, we're kind of working with someone who's using their strength and size, whereas Janai is using her kicks and agility, but right now she's been worn down, and Vazquez is really targeting those strengths of Janai. And
this is where the experience comes from someone like Vazquez, you know, to withstand the onslaught and know that if you can hold on, you can take advantage, but look at those chops there.
Yeah, you don't want to anger the beast, and Janai has that dog in her. She doesn't
Goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Doesn't get the 3 count, but Janai's definitely not the kind of woman who wants to be on the receiving end of an attack. She wants to constantly be up, but Vazquez, really smart here, doing that jawbreaker, Harry. What do you think Vazquez is going to have to do to really cinch in this win against Kai?
I think her plan is right on. The strategy is right on. She just has to not lose focus and continue because, yes, Janai keeps getting back up, without a doubt. But if you keep going after that knee, at some point, it's going to give out. So it's a good strategy here. She's just got to watch out for those feet, because at any given point, you see her, you see people counter holds, but the first thing Janai does when she counters a hold is goes right for a strike. And Vazquez trying to prop up Janai, maybe to bring her to the center of the ring, and some punt kicks of her own. But see, here's the problem. I think Vazquez is out to prove a point that she can kick too, and this is not her game necessarily. She's a technical wrestler and a brawler, but this personal vendetta to out-kick Kai might be her undoing here as Kai gets to her feet.
I think Kai's had enough of Valentina Vazquez here, now firing up on her clothesline delivered.
Oh!
Big roundhouse kick to Vazquez, up on her feet, but how much more can she take? Arm drag, delivered side kick, and now Janai looking to close in.
Ooh.
Beautiful side kick to the face. It would seem she's recovered.
Uh-oh, maybe going for a Fujiwara armbar, a submission hold of some kind here.
Oh, this is her signature. I don't know how much longer Valentina's going to be able
A dragon
to take.
sleeper here.
I don't see any ropes close enough to her. She might have to tap. Janai Kai
Yeah,
wants that W.
It's over! Here is your winner, the result of a submission, Janai Kai!
And Sam, you talked about the dragon sleeper, the positioning that Janai Kai had, keeping herself between Valentina Vazquez and the rope. That was all it needed. Valentina fought furiously, but at the end of the day, it was just not enough to counter the striking ability of Janai Kai, hitting her with so many fists and feet that she couldn't even dodge them at any moment.
Yeah, on this stage, Janai Kai certainly got the upper hand over Vazquez.
Once again, the kick teaming, Janai Kai! Make some noise for Valentina Vazquez.
And for
I didn't say
Valentina,
which noise. You know.
Valentina Vazquez on the losing end. I don't care for Shane's editorializing here. I didn't know ring announcers could take this much personal liberty. How dare he? He thinks just because he's got a fancy suit on, he could just talk frivolously like that. But Valentina's right there. Yeah, let's see.
Sure. Yes.
Well, Mr. Entertainment, he is the
All right,
MC.
thank you, Gigi,
Yeah,
for
I
the
know.
win for that one. Always for the win.
One of these days, he's not going to be.
Scandalous posts on Instagram.
He's not going to be
Watch you,
able to
girl.
MC without his teeth if he's not
Gotta
careful.
repent. All right. Not tonight, though. Referee Stephen Dumang.
We love Stephen
One of the
Dumang.
greatest referees in professional wrestling. It's our honor to have you with us here tonight, Stephen. And you've got your hands full because he's in charge of our next match, which is the Fight or Flight 6-man Scramble. This bout is scheduled for one fall. Time to meet the competitors. Introducing first.
Well, Sam, I hope you had a Red Bull because what we're about to see is going to be fast and furious, so we both have to be on our toes here. A 6-man scramble. The introduction of our Fight or Flight division.
Yes, this one is set to be fast, high-flying acrobatics. Some of the prospects from the northeastern scene that are super promising. Let's get to know them. This music, first man out. Not sure who it's going to be, but that's what makes it exciting. Let's see who's out
He is
first.
the captain of the Fallout Shelter, fighting out of the Bronx, New York, weighing in at 225 pounds. He is paid in full. Anthony Gamble.
Anthony Gamble representing the Fallout Shelter, coming out first. And don't be deceived by his massive frame. This man can move quick, he is fast and dangerous.
I agree. Gamble moves like a man half his size. He's been making his way through the Northeast scene, chalking up some wins. As you said, he trains at the Fallout Shelter. I'm a personal fan of his. I love my Fallout people. And Gamble, someone who's really been earning the respect around the scene, competing as a singles wrestler, but all of the men in this match are vying for that spot, that W, that's going to get them the recognition they want.
Well, he's going to have to deal. I thought this was
He is from Stratford upon Housatonic, Connecticut, weighing in at 250 pounds even. He is the master of monologues, the bardcore icon, the renaissance of wrestling, Hamlet, Hurtssue.
So, Harry, Hamlet was initially supposed to be involved in tag team action with his partner Bones, but I was told that Bones got a little caught up in some ritual incantations during a contract signing for the four-corner tag match. So it turned out that Hamlet was then put into this Scramble match. We're here, we've got him. Let's see how he fares in singles competition.
Well, he said Bones lost himself. We're trying to figure out if that was mentally or physically. We still have to get an update on that, but either way, Hamlet here by himself tonight. An impressive physique, but as well built as he is physically, mentally he is out of his mind.
Yes, he is Shakespeare's answer to pro wrestling. He carries around that Vonte skull. It's the skull of a Shakespearean actor. We don't know whom, we don't know where he got it from, but...
And we don't want to know, quite frankly, let's be honest.
We definitely don't. It sounds illegal, but, you know. He channels said Shakespearean actor. I'm sure we'll see this ensue in the match, but next up in the Scramble, third man in, who can it be? Right here at Respect.
So many competitors here, a big opportunity as already Hamlet Hurtssue performing a monologue of his own, and Anthony Gamble not thrilled about it as we wait for the man with the most experience in this Scramble. The man with the most experience in this building, the godfather of this building, the reason wrestling exists here. The one, the only Steve Off.
Cliffside Park, New Jersey. Weigh in at 232 pounds. Star Killer Steve Off.
There's a reason Steve Off has the nickname the Star Killer, because he has put down many a competitor who has come through this very building wanting to make a name for themselves. And tonight he has the opportunity to do it against 5 different opponents, which is very fitting, because Steve Off's multiple personalities have multiple personalities.
Yes, and we never know which multiple personality we're going to see tonight. But in this match, of course, it's a Scramble, but he faces off against his former tag team partner, Mateo Marcelos, someone who turned on him over a pro wrestling magic simply because he would not attack his partner, Murdoch. So we're seeing a bit of an evolution here from Steve Off. Let's see how that unfolds.
The fourth opponent in the fight or flight Scramble.
So you're telling me, Sam, we found somebody more violent and crazy for Steve Off?
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely appear that way. He might have a sick, sadistic ex-tag team partner that's going to get in the fray and maybe look to screw him over in this match. We'll have to see. Anything is possible.
Well, it is a 6-man Scramble. Everybody for themselves.
Fighting out of Maturin, Venezuela, weighing at 175 pounds, el más malo, your favorite caballero, el más guapo, el tramposo, Mateo Marcelos.
I didn't know Shane Fair could speak Spanish.
I thought he can do it all.
I thought he still had to work on his English, but man, he's multi-talented here.
Oh, I see you're not a fan of Shane's.
I don't like anyone who takes more attention than I do. I'm Mr. Entertainment, Sam.
Oh, hey, that's all on you, man. I get it. As Marcelo Mateus comes to the ring, definitely a bit of a creepy vibe here. He's got some liquid coming out of his mouth. It looks a little creepy. Him and Steve Off doing a little face-off here.
And it doesn't take long. And even Hamlet Hurtssue has to clear out of the ring. That shows you how nuts Mateo Marcelos is.
Competitor.
Yeah, he definitely seems like he might be a bit of a wild card in this match based off his body language, but 2 men left to enter this fight or flight Scramble inaugural show for Respect. Welcome if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you so much, and let us know what you think, and use the hashtag Respect to interact with us on socials.
Comment and share. Let your friends know we're doing wrestling on Saturday nights, and we're doing it big.
Fighting out of Jersey City, New Jersey, weighing in at 180 pounds, the definition of debonair, Malik
You know, I'm not super familiar with Malik Vonte, Harry, but I do love his energy. Oh, well, I think Hamlet Hurtssue
How you doing?
Commentary. Are we ready for sexual commentary? Yes.
We're gonna have an experienced commentary partner. Thanks, Hamlet. I appreciate that, Sam. You can sit right next to him. I'll guide him through it. I'll guide him through it. Don't you worry.
Thank you. What would we do without Hamlet?
Could you turn it around? I don't want the eyes looking at me. I'm just going to turn it. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it so it's facing away.
I'm not touching that thing.
Weighing in at 170 pounds.
Hamlet Hurtssue.
He's the man of the year. Dominican Daredevil, Andry Paulino.
In the midst of Hamlet Hurtssue providing us a third mic here with that skull, the Dominican Daredevil himself, Andry Paulino, entering into this matchup. And Andry, a fantastic competitor in the lightweight division all over the independent scene, a two-time TCW light heavyweight champion. I've called many of his matches, and he is very impressive. But there's 5 other competitors here. We've got a lot of big personalities in this ring.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of competitors, varying levels of experience, a bevy of different kinds of styles. It seems like they're having a little informal powwow, kind of trying to figure out which alliances are going to be had or not.
It is technically every man for themselves, but sometimes people try to unionize here, form a pact, and maybe to try to take advantage here. And Hamlet Hurtssue is the leader. But a quick start here, and we're off and running.
All right, these boys are rocking and rolling. The action coming in hot here. All 6 men going after each other here.
Double drop kick there, and right now Andry Paulino and Malik Vonte in the center of the ring here.
Quickly clearing out. It looks like these 2 men are going to be formally starting the match in the ring. I love the energy of Andry Paulino. Very, very addictive energy there.
A quick and deadly competitor, not just an in-ring and lucha technician. He has worked on his strikes for the last year and a half, and they have become his bread and butter.
Ah, so that's one of his signatures, would we
without
say?
a doubt. Without a doubt here. As we cut to the outside here, you can see already it didn't take very long for Steve Off and Marcelo to go after each other. And do I believe, did Marcelo take Steve Off's hand tape? Is he taped to the corner there?
It could be. I think there's some tomfoolery going on there, but now Andry off the ropes, but Malik kipping up, arm drag there. We're seeing the athleticism of both of these men, but Hamlet in the rafters here, going for both these guys. Biggest dude in the match, Harry. Can't discount that.
And as unstable as Hamlet Hurtssue is mentally, he is deadly physically.
He definitely is a guy that takes his fitness, his in-ring wrestling training seriously, and of course, going over his Shakespearean monologues. But we've got to wonder, how is Hamlet going to fare in singles competition? We know him as one half of the Skull and Bones tag team.
Well, luckily for Hamlet Hurtssue, he's never alone because of the voices in his head. But a quick catch there, look at that, just snatching Vonte. And gearing up for a power slam, but Vonte squeezes out of it.
Thinking on his feet, but it wasn't enough. Now Andry coming in, maybe a little 2-on-1 action might be necessary here for these 2 guys to take down the big man.
On his strikes there with those big Superman punches, but not enough. Ooh.
Hamlet exclaiming, it's his time.
Yeah, but his time is the 16th century. That's what you got to be careful with. No matter what time it is, it's always time to cause somebody pain as far as Hurtssue is concerned.
Yeah, well, that's the name of the game, to get the win, right? Andry, big risk there. What was that, Harry?
Off the top rope, Eddie Guerrero-style double leg scissors tape over, and Steve Off still taped to that corner there. Nothing he can do but watch as Paulino decides he's going up and over.
Through the middle ropes, jettisoning himself into Hamlet Hurtssue. Paulino is feeling it now, but so too is Malik. Taking out both Andry and Hamlet on the outside. What a scramble match this is, Harry.
This is everything we thought it would be. The first in our fight or flight division. As these competitors are down and out, but look at who's on the ring apron.
Yes, Gamble and Mateo locking eyes. These 2, looking to go at it here, but
What is this? No.
This is a horrible idea. Power bombing Mateo into the outside. Anthony Gamble, think he might go for some high fly stuff. I've seen him do it before, but all three men on the outside squarely down. I think he's gonna.
But finally, Steve Off was able to free himself just in time, driving the skull of Anthony Gamble into the ground. That experience, but in comes Marcelos.
And now these two, longtime friends, longtime tag team partners, now rivals. Steve Off saying, "Hey, you can go for it, man. Take out Gamble." I mean, I guess that's a smart idea.
I mean, that's the veteran experience of Steve Off. Oh, but here we go.
But
Business has just gotten personal for these two.
This is personal. These two absolutely want to tear each other apart, but Hamlet now with a double clothesline taking both men out. He is the dominant big guy in this match, but Malik all heart here.
Going for a roll up there. He ducks the clothesline, tries to take down.
Just nearly.
Again, ducking that clothesline. But big kick. Going for a Pele kick, but quickly Hamlet able to just grab him by the back of the head and drive his skull into the ground, putting an end to all that flying.
Yes, that's that veteran experience of Hamlet over 10 years in the pro wrestling game. Sometimes you can't beat experience, and now stalling suplex here, his strength on full display, but Malik going for a cradle pin here.
2. He got him in the small package. Ooh.
Big boot to Malik. That might be all Malik rope, but now Gamble.
And see, this is the difficulty of these multi-man contests, these scrambles. Just when you have the upper hand, you don't even have time to breathe before another competitor gets in the ring and tries to take advantage. And for the first time in this matchup, Hurtssue does not have the strength advantage as Gamble puts a halt to it.
Yes, both of these men have met their match in terms of strength and power. Hamlet's going to have to change up his strategy, and he did big haymaker to Gamble, knocking him out. But look behind you, Hamlet. Andry back in, Harry.
And just like I said, Hamlet only had a second or two to breathe as he's trying to go for a 2. Oh, just drops Paulino on his back. Here we go, 1, 2. And that's got to just drive the oxygen out of you, maybe crack a rib or two.
Yeah, ref Steve Dumang should definitely check on Andry Paulino after that. He tried his best to get out of that maneuver, but Hamlet was just too powerful.
If that didn't work, he's about to give Paulino an encore here with those big, massive knees to the ab. Oh, look at this! An airplane spin here. As Paulino holds on for dear life.
Paulino inevitably seeing stars, but Hamlet, watch out behind you. I don't think he sees it coming. Beautiful English drop kick by Malik Vonte onto Hamlet.
But it's still not enough to take him down. Hamlet wobbling, but he is on his feet. Off, going for it himself.
And now Gamble back in, off the ropes he goes, looking to take down the big man, and he does!
Finally. Oh, who comes in for the cover? Marcelos, 1, 2. Oh, a big senton bomb from Vonte breaks that pin up, and we have bodies all over the place. It looks like a Civil War battlefield out here, Sam.
It certainly does. What a scramble match. We've got 5 bodies in the ring right now. The audience loving this match, chanting what they love to the wrestlers in the ring. Who's going to get up first? In a match like this, you've got to think quick. Get up on your feet, get that pin, clear that ring.
Vonte trying to go after Marcelos, but a big throat chop. The mist! Right into the face of Anthony Gamble. Blinded by that green mist. He goes right after Steve Off, and again, these two cannot.
He was biting him. He bit his ear. There's that hatred, that vitriol between these former tag team partners. Steve Off, someone's got to check on that man. I think his right ear might have come clean off.
Yeah, you saw that, but these two, and this is where oh my God, this is where personal affairs get in the way of business. These two are fighting back into the locker room.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that saga, but right now back in the ring, we've got Paulino, Malik, and Anthony Gamble fighting tooth and nail here.
Well, the odds have just improved for these 4 competitors. You got 2 people out here.
Yeah, we've got a 4-person scramble
There
now.
you go. Paulino taking advantage here, but not for long. A reversal from Vonte. Oh, Spanish fly in the middle of the ring. Gamble knocks Hurtssue onto the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, no! Gamble tumbles into the pinfall, breaking it up with zero idea where he was going to land. That was definitely not intentional. Still blinded by that green miss from Marcelos.
Yeah, smart strategy, albeit unintentional.
Oh!
But now he's got to deal with Malik Del Vonte here with tattered vision. But Gamble using that instinct here. Big man manhandling Malik here.
Del Vonte trying to fight his way out, and he did for a moment, but those big shots, Gamble. Oh!
Square center of the ring.
He needs to get that cover, though.
But
Gamble still blinded by that miss. Here we go. Get it. 1, 2. But wait a minute.
Ref Steve Dumeng being pulled by this.
Who is
this?
Is that Matt Ryan?
What are they doing here?
What is going on here?
They are not sanctioned to be in this match. Who's that gentleman in the ring?
Wait a minute. That's Julius. That's Julius.
And now Andry Paulino capitalizing double boots to Malik.
1,
Steve Dumeng.
2. No.
And that was the 3 count.
Here is your winner, Andry Paulino.
In the midst of all that chaos, of all that ensued in that moment, somehow Andry Paulino was able to find his way, and I don't say this with any disrespect, like a cockroach, able to survive. He is on top here in the first ever Fight or Flight Division Scramble, and this man continues to astonish all over the independent wrestling scene. Well-deserved.
Well-deserved win. He capitalized off of that interjection by those 2 men in the match. We'll have to see what that means. But let's look at the replay. Gamble floating over for that pin in the closing moments. Wonderful moment for Gamble, who continues to be dominant. But Andry Paulino now.
And Julius, who we haven't seen in the wrestling industry for the last 2 years.
Yeah, Julius, who we haven't seen in the wrestling industry for 2 years. Clearly, he's back. He's got something that he wants to say
hey,
here.
Hamlet.
Respect.
Hey,
Hamlet.
we shine. No, without a doubt.
You were robbed.
I'm sorry about that. He was great, by the way, on third mic. We'd love to have him.
It was epic. It was epic.
We'd love to have him back anytime.
No worries. Yeah, Hamlet,
he's great.
bring him back.
He's great.
We'll set up the third mic for him. Wow.
Okay, wow.
That was certainly something. But guys, what a night it has been so far. We're just getting started. Fired up here at Respect, the inaugural event. Next up, we've got Joey Conway going head-to-head with Yoya.
Oh my God, the cause of it all, Joey Conway. And if you think the competitors in this scramble have a screw loose, we're talking Joey Conway, one of the members of the Devout, and a man who stirs it up everywhere he goes, and he's about to bring that to Respect at this moment.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Sam. Welcoming back referee Angel Cruz for this next match. Everybody having a good time so far? I think we saw, was that Matt Ryan and Chris Seaton? I think that's who we saw interfere in that last match. We'll have to talk to security. But we're going to keep things going right now with a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
We promised a tremendous night of action, and oh my God, I've already lost my voice. We're not even at intermission. It has been insane. And we talk about insane. Somebody who's coming in at the right time is the cause of it all. Joey Conway.
He fights out of Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 212 pounds. The cause of it all, Joey Conway.
The man who makes it his mission to prove that the devil is real, Joey Conway. Coming back to the independent scene after an almost 6-month injury took him out. And in that time, all he has done is studied how to be more vicious, more vindictive, and how to strike fear into the eyes of his opponent. But that's going to be a tough task against somebody who fears nobody, who doesn't know enough to fear somebody. Yoya, the Cambodian dragon, but I don't think Joey Conway cares who's standing in front of him at any given moment. Any room Joey Conway enters becomes cold automatically. You feel a shiver down your spine here. And not exactly a fan favorite in Ridgefield Park. Joey Conway pacing the ring. He can't wait to get his hands on a man who's traveled all over the world. A man who comes here. You talk about cards subject to change. We try to get the best, not just on the independent scene here, but in the world.
From Cambodia, fighting out of Washington, D.C., here in the Cambodian Dragon, Yoya!
Yoya making his debut here at Respect. Somebody who, a performer from the other side of the earth. And, you know, you get these international stars. There's a different type of training, a different type of mentality. With Cambodian Dragon training that Muay Thai martial art style. But you don't see an ounce of fear in Joey Conway. I don't even think he understands what fear is if he's not inflicting it upon somebody else. And Joey Conway, you know, you talk about his mentality, his viciousness, but people underestimate his wrestling acumen. He has so much in-ring ability technically, and when he channels that and pushes it through that spectrum of evil, he is so dangerous, so deadly. And you can see, but right off the top, Yoya going with a quick chain wrestling moveset here. Oh, a little bit of a slap to the back of the head of Joey Conway.
All right, what was I missing, Harry? A little bit of a mic malfunction there, but we are back. Joey Conway and Yoya.
And Yoya coming here to prove a point here. You know, Joey Conway is the veteran in this matchup. He's the one with the most experience, but Yoya trying to show that he is not intimidated. Now, you have to question if that's legitimate or if that's something he is putting on.
That's true.
As a strategy.
I get that, and we can absolutely talk about experience. Conway, definitely the veteran in terms of years in the business, but Yoya, someone who has accomplished a lot in his, I believe, 8-9 years in the pro wrestling industry as well, working across the country in Canada, in Mexico. So definitely a decorated competitor, not one to be messed with.
Yoya going, moving that one, dodging that big kick from Joey Conway. Conway trying to go for a backslide here. But Yoya taking the legs here, going for a pin. One. Oh, sweeping the legs, going for the cover. One.
All right, both of these opponents
back and forth
seem to really understand each other here.
Oh.
Which leads to a competitive match now. Yoya ducking a line. Oh, maybe going for, yes, an octopus. Can he get it cinched in? Beautiful maneuver here.
And that's where the size advantage actually favored Yoya for a moment. A smaller competitor, but so agile, he was able to lure Conway into it. But Conway forcing his way out. One. Two. Yoya almost had a quick pin there.
Yeah, Yoya is super quick on his feet tonight, feeling confident.
And you know something, Sam? He is wrestling bigger than his size. He does not have the size advantage or the height advantage, but he's so strong and able to knock down Joey Conway.
Yeah, and that's how you have to wrestle when you tussle with a bigger man.
Ooh.
Monkey flip delivered to Conway. He's really giving Conway a run for his money here. I see Conway a bit frenzied, maybe unsure
and that's
of what
rare,
to do
Sam.
next.
You rarely see Conway that frenzy and that thrown off here, but that's how talented Yoya is.
Yeah, for sure. But now Conway sending Yoya off. Thought he was going to go up and over, but instead sending Yoya to the outside, and Conway slipping out, Harry. Big boot to the noggin of Yoya here, and now sending him into the post. This is certainly an easy way to weaken your opponent. Going for the low-hanging fruit here does Conway. Not shocked at all.
And that was the veteran experience. All it took was Yoya going to the corner. He was set for Conway to go into the corner. And Conway making some valid points here to the crowd at Ridgefield Park.
Hey, he wants his voice heard.
Trying to endear himself. But that veteran mentality, it only took a second to take advantage, and now Yoya is in a dangerous position in that corner.
He is. Yoya doesn't want to be on the receiving
end
of an irate Joey Conway, a bit unstable to say the least.
No doubt about it. Mentally, you can't argue that. At times, it's tough to see eye to eye with Joey Conway on anything. But when he channels that wrestling ability with that mentality, that vicious mentality, look at what he's doing in the middle of this ring here. That's a textbook headlock in the center of the ring. Maybe trying to go for a rear naked choke, but the positioning is fantastic, Sam. Nowhere near the rope for Yoya to break it up. And in order to do so, he gets up and tries to forces his way out. He does.
And now Yoya teeing up off the ropes, but Conway had him scouted here, going for, what could this be? A bit of a...
Well, whatever he had planned, Yoya changed that on the fly, big forearm. But Conway just using his entire frame to knock down Yoya.
Oh, that's a way to do it. And now Yoya really worse for wear. Conway going for the cover.
1, 2. And Conway, you saw, didn't just drive himself into Yoya. He leapt off his feet to gain all the momentum, putting all the mass into Yoya, who already has a size disadvantage. And again, Conway drags him to the center of the ring where he can't get to the ropes here.
Yeah, this goes beyond winning. This is about Conway having a mean streak in him, doing whatever it takes to get the victory. He doesn't care if he's harming his opponent. All he has his sights set on is pain.
But Yoya doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. Always tries to fight his way out. That's the spirit he has. Here we go. 1, 2. The roll-up didn't work. Conway taking advantage here, going for his own 1.
Yeah, these boys are certainly utilizing those pins here today.
A misstep from Yoya. 1, 2. Wait a minute. I thought that was a misstep from Yoya. He takes advantage and still gets the cover.
Hey, well, some fancy footwork led to a pin there. Now we find Yoya squarely on the defensive, but Joey Conway, if he's got it his way. Oh, he didn't have it his way. Yoya with that DDT.
1, 2.
At this point, I think that Yoya really has to dig into that emotion here, his why he wants this win. Got to kick it into 4th gear, Yoya.
Well, I mean, if anyone can, I've been amazed. Every time I think he's out of it, he's able to step it up. So, yeah, does he have a 4th gear? I believe you, Sam. I think he does. He might have a 5th and a 6th. But Joey Conway, ooh.
And what we're not,
Here we go, 1, 2. And Joey Conway switching that gear right back down to 1.
Indeed.
And, you know, that's the difficulty of wrestling someone like Joey Conway. You have that level of experience. You know, certainly there's a lot of talent with Yoya, but Joey Conway knows that he can ride it out. He's been there before, so he's not afraid. He's not stressed out. Oh! Wait a minute. 1, 2. That big Michinoku driver.
Pulling that out almost like a surprise, and now lands him right on the top of his neck.
2. And again, Conway kicking out. And this is where Yoya, the inexperience will affect him. He has to, I know he's frustrated. There's a lot of dismay on his face. He's got to regain his composure, focus, get back at it. You got Conway on the ground. Forget about it. Go after him.
Absolutely, but let's not say that Yoya's inexperienced, because frankly, he's not. This is a man that definitely has a size difference over Conway, but these are two men that are pretty evenly matched.
Not here. That's the last thing we need.
We don't need Kanye here. Oh my!
I never thought I'd say that. 2010, that would be a different story. But in the meantime,
it would get some views though.
There we go. Oh, oh man.
Now Conway, we see that maniacal look in his eyes. He's looking to close in on that W, Harry.
But quickly, Yoya going up and over, but no,
not enough.
1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, the cause of it all, Joey Conway.
Well, Conway very satisfied with himself after getting that win over Yoya. Let's look at the replay.
That's right, and Yoya staggering to his feet. Conway picking him up, setting him down. Ooh, for a rough landing. They're dropping him right on his head. 1, 2, and 3.
I'd like to believe that Yoya was going for that momentum of maybe getting into a pin, but it wasn't enough in that moment. Conway able to capitalize, drop Yoya on his head, and get that victory, putting him in very good standing here at Respect. Inaugural show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be keeping the action rocking and rolling here. Harry, how excited are you about our main event tonight? Anthony Gangone facing off against Bronson.
I think a matchup of this caliber you could see in any promotion. any federation, any organization would be fantastic. But to see it here at Respect, I think it's going to be on a different level. You're talking about somebody, a leader of the independent scene like Anthony Gangone, going against somebody who has a ton to prove in Bear Bronson.
Most certainly. He was on a tag team here for years, but very much so coming into his own as a singles star. But guys, next we have more singles action. We've got the international outlaw, Akira, fresh off his tour of Japan, going face-to-face with the Brooklyn outlaw, Donovan.
If you like hard-hitting action, well, get ready, because that is exactly what we're going to see. Don't get accustomed to hoping there's technical wrestling.
Joey Conway, everybody. Make some noise for my union member, local announcers 420, Nick Towney. How are you, Nick Towney? My man over there. Gotta say what's up to the homie. See you at the union meeting. Love you. All right, Jay Pavish, the Pavish itch in the room. Good to see you as well. Now with that, we are going to send you to intermission after this next match with plenty to talk about. The man in charge at the sound of the bell, referee Stephen Dumang, of this singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
And Sam, we're about to see some brutality, as if the action hasn't been fast and furious enough.
Yeah, this is going to
he
be
fights out of the south side of Brooklyn, New York, weighing at 195 pounds. He is the kingpin of Hispanos Unidos worldwide, the Brooklyn Outlaw, Donovan.
So Donovan went to social media this week, cut a promo on Akira, said that he respected him and all that he's done over the last year, venturing off to Japan, but making it very clear that he's looking to have Akira be yet another notch in his belt to prove exactly why he is the Brooklyn Outlaw. No fear as he goes against Big Japan Wrestling's Akira.
Well, Donovan prides himself on being the toughest man in any room. And tonight he's certainly going to have to fight for that verbal title.
He is made in the USA, weighing in at 200 pounds even. The king of the Deathmatch, the BJW Deathmatch champion, the Psycho Samurai.
Psycho Samurai in the house, as I said, fresh off a tour of Japan, where he's the newly minted Big Japan Wrestling champion. He competed in Deathmatch after Deathmatch out there, proving himself, putting his body on the line. He was telling me earlier how he'd gotten well over 75 stitches in his time at Big Japan. He wrestled without shoes in a glass-laden ring. This is one tough mofo, guys, and no way in hell he's coming back to the States and losing. That's what he told me before this match. This is a different Akira that we're seeing here, Harry.
If possible, he has become more violent, more vicious. And that's saying something, because this is a man whose reputation is that he doesn't have any respect or concern for his opponent's bodies in a matchup, but he has even less concern for his own.
Exactly. Equal rights, equal fights in that respect. Akira will dish it out, and he expects it to also be laid out to him. We've got some streamers here, and something fun to note, Akira's fan base really growing with the Japanese audience. I actually got a chance to speak to some fans that are in the audience. They are of Japanese descent, and they're here exclusively for Akira. I chatted with them outside. It's really cool that that following has transferred all the way here to the States.
That is an amazing thing. To travel all the way from Tokyo and come to Ridgefield Park, they must really love Akira, without a doubt.
They're so adorable. I literally see them recording him, taking photos of him as we speak, so it's great to see that Akira has built such a wonderful following during his time in Japan. He's going to need all the motivation he can get as he goes face-to-face with Donovan, the Brooklyn Outlaw. We're off to the races here. Respect. Final match before intermission, guys, but stay tuned. We've got a hell of a show coming up after that. Let us know what you think of the show on socials. Use the hashtag respect as we get into this bout.
And here, these two facing off. It's going to be a little bit of a technical start in name only here. Look at that.
Well, this is smart. I like the decisiveness of Donovan, but he's going to get a little bit of unhinged chaos, slightly controlled from Akira here, who takes down Donovan and looks to waste no time here.
And Akira, you know, you talk about his deathmatch wrestling, his ability to consume pain, but he does have a great technical wrestling ability as well that he can rely on from time to time. And you could see it right there, going right for the headlock. 1, 2.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this about Akira, but he actually has a background in wrestling. He's trained out in California with Josh Barnett. Of course, we've seen him at Bloodsport multiple times, a fan favorite. Hasn't really shown all that he can do, in my opinion, because he's been in Japan so long. But we're seeing this new arsenal on full display right now, and the crowd going off for Akira, sending Donovan to the outside.
Well, everyone
right
else
now
is impressed except Donovan, who's got to take a breather here. And
Reason's his strategy.
I mean, it's, you know, whether he did it on purpose or he just ended up out there, he needs to catch his breath here, because right now Akira, fully with the momentum, and instead of waiting for Donovan to come in, he goes right after the Brooklyn Outlaw. Ooh.
Yeah, this new incarnation of Akira, he's really looking to go after all it is that he wants. But Donovan, a staple of the tri-state area, New York scene, he's been in the game so long, definitely a veteran here in this match. Someone who is a tough mofo himself. What do you think Donovan's going to have to do here against Akira?
I think Donovan is going to have to rely on his brawling, but he's got to be very careful not to get too overconfident, because Akira is so quick and he can change his strategy at any given point here. Ooh.
And now Akira throwing some chops to Donovan, sends him back in the ring, though. It's going to be a fair fight from this samurai.
And Akira goes to work there. You can see that mixed martial arts influence there. Ooh, the strikes right to the chest.
Yeah.
Oh, but trying to lift up Donovan, but Donovan able to break out of it with those elbows.
Off the ropes he goes, sending Akira off. Uh-oh, get up, Akira.
Oh!
Great thinking, quick on his feet.
And using the rope as a tag team partner, so to speak, able to tweak the knee of Donovan, and Donovan is down here. Akira needs to take advantage of this situation.
Yeah, I'm seeing some sharper ring awareness from Akira. I think he was going for that springboard kick, but no one home there for Akira.
Well, that, you know, trying to get the adulation of these fans here in Ridgefield Park cost him that little bit of time. You know, for Akira, this is his return to the Mecca. After a several years absence, that you know, that can change how you feel, you know, when you call home and you return.
Yeah, it's been well over a year since we've seen Akira at the Mecca. This is home for so many in the Northeast. Definitely a rite of passage to come here and to return here, a full circle moment
and you know,
Akira.
This is the first event of Respect, and it's a promotion that I've rarely seen a promotion have so much talk, so much chatter before a single match has taken place. 1, 2.
Not quite getting that 3 count there, but yes, to your point, Harry, there's been so much good buzz around Respect. It's always great when a new promotion pops up. You know, there's good promoters, there's bad promoters, but our showrunner, Raymond Sanchez, really killing it with this lineup and the care he's put into this show.
Look, he's picked some of the best competitors locally and around the world, and he knows what he's doing. Oh, big Bulldog here. Donovan going for the cover. 1, 2.
Yeah, Akira looking to roll out of the way, but Donovan getting that pin.
By the way, don't tell Raymond I said that. I'll deny it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you are on camera. He's going to watch this back, so hate to break it to you. I won't say anything, but
I'll just say it was AI. Anyway.
Everything's AI nowadays.
That's true.
Soon we won't have jobs, but I digress. We're both too good at our jobs to be AI'd out, guys.
Ooh.
Just like these two dudes in the ring.
That forearm was very real, right across the throat of Akira. But Donovan here, see, this is not just about winning this match. It's about respect. For Donovan, he wants to prove he's the biggest and the baddest, but Akira with a modified arm drag. Oh, maybe going for a Kimura lock, an arm bar.
He's got that Fujiwara locked in here, but Donovan smart enough to cinch that in.
2.
Still cinched in, shoulders down on Akira. And now Donovan breaking that very decisively here, pounding down on Akira.
Those big elbow strikes. And the interesting thing is he was trying to go for the armbar, didn't have it, then tried to cover Donovan, but that was enough for Donovan to break out. And Donovan trying to use a fisherman suplex into the corner.
Oh, and now Akira.
1.
Inadvertent sunset flip there, going for a pin of his own now.
2 only, back and forth. And Akira going right after Donovan, but Donovan ever so smart with that big boot. And now going again for that fisherman suplex, but Akira catching himself outside.
Learned after the first time, and he gets that springboard double drop kick. Beautiful job by Akira. We are seeing him in all of his evolution here. The crowd very much so behind him. He's feeling it. Now he's just got to get to his feet and cinch in that win, Harry.
Well, you know, for Akira, let's take a look at this replay here. Akira gets on the top. Beautiful double foot stomp. Oh!
Cartwheel into a back elbow, into a kick of sorts. And now he's feeling it, asking for the adulation of the crowd. Back turned on Akira, Harry.
Trying to get the support of the fans to motivate him. He's got the positioning here, going for a German suplex.
Bridging German. 2. And now Akira staying focused, keeping his eyes laser focused on Donovan, but no one home there. Big mistake by Akira, opening himself up.
Donovan telegraphed it, but Akira grabbing that ankle. Oh, maybe going for an ankle lock, a half crab, but now into an STF.
Nice little transition there.
And Donovan, so far from the ropes, he is in the center of the ring. He is in danger of tapping if he can't force his way out.
But Donovan inching ever closer to those ropes. Could it be that he breaks the count? The Brooklyn Outlaw.
He is still so far, but Akira letting go here. I don't know if I buy this strategy. You're trying to pull Donovan.
Well, he must have something up his sleeve here if he's going to let go.
I know that he did. I'm sure he did. But Donovan, that was enough. It was a gamble, so to speak, and a lot of these maneuvers sometimes are. He was hoping to drag Donovan to the center of the ring, but Donovan was able to take advantage and break the hold. Ooh! Big lariat clothesline from Donovan, sending Akira to the ground. And these two just putting it all out there in vicious fashion.
Yeah, Donovan pulling out all the stops right now. Oh, if he hits this.
Whoa! The Southside knockout. Donovan goes for the cover. 1, 2, oh!
What an upset that would have been if you would have gotten the pin on Akira. The match rolls on here at Respect. The Outlaw, the Brooklyn Outlaw, Mike Donovan, rising to the second rope here. This could be an easy way to take out the Death Samurai, but he rolls out of the way. Akira, what's he going for? Maybe a cutter there. Nope. Big boot, unleashing these combo strikes here onto Outlaw, but oh my gosh, somehow Akira flipping out of there. Both of these guys so back and forth, Harry. It's anyone's game here.
Big DDT from the second rope from Donovan, trying to take advantage. 1, 2, and a kick out from Akira.
Not many men who are going to kick out after being DDT'd square on the top of their head.
Oh.
Fisherman's driver here. I don't know if Akira knows where he is. This
1,
could be 3.
2, 3. So close, but Akira managing to kick out, and you can see the dismay on the face of the Brooklyn Outlaw, Donovan.
A look of disbelief, frustration, that mounting irritation on the face of the Brooklyn Outlaw as he tees up for inevitably whatever is next. Akira, a little bit dazed, maybe playing possum there, kips up, goes for a Pele. Donovan is teetering here, Harry.
He's going for the Death Stranding if he can hit it. And he does! Could this be it?
It's over. It's over.
1, 2, 3. No! Whoa!
How could it be?
The positioning where Donovan landed, he landed, unfortunately, on his stomach, and Akira had to roll him over to get that pin. And unfortunately, that was all the time Donovan needed to recover just for a second.
Yeah, it's a matter of seconds between a move being hit and a pin being delivered.
I mean, he delivered it, he executed it, and unfortunately, it was just bad luck, the landing position of Donovan. Bad luck for Akira, good luck for Donovan, but...
Akira staying focused, though, nevertheless. Right now, maybe looking for a superplex to Donovan. Donovan pushing him off here. Relentless in his pursuit of that W, but Pele kick by Akira, going for it again. I don't know if this is the right move here, and Poison Rana connects!
And Akira landing on his feet as well. Going, whoa! A driver into the ground, 1, 2. But the Brooklyn Outlaw Donovan.
Somehow, someway, kicking out.
And Akira again going to the top rope. Dropping the double knees.
This could be it. This has to be
1,
it.
2, 3.
Here is your winner, Big Japan Wrestling Deathmatch Heavyweight Champion, Akira!
Look at the ending here. Akira with that big side kick to the head of Donovan, who was dazed. He went up to the top, driving those knees into Donovan. But that would be enough to do it for Akira. Busted open. He has left his blood, sweat, and tears. You know, he came into this event saying, I know that Donovan is a Brooklyn outlaw, but guess what? I am a worldwide outlaw, and I'm going to psychologically, mathematically, and physically break him down. And that's just what he did, Sam.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Big congrats to Akira. His return to the Mecca. We're going to head to intermission, but we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of Respect. Already, we've seen such amazing action, and we're just halfway there. Just want to thank our sponsors, Smack NYC, for making sure that everybody here can enjoy Respect. And joining me is my fantastic broadcast colleague, Sam Laterna. Sam, can you believe we're only halfway through this amazing show, what we've seen so far tonight?
I am just so stunned by the matches we've seen thus far. Such a strong showing from all of the competitors here at Respect. But next up, we are moving into the second half of the show, and we are starting off with a 4 corners tag match.
Oh, the action is going to be fast and furious. Get ready for it. Hold on. Let's do that wrestling, and let's throw it to Shane Fair, already in the ring.
All right, we are back. Let's hear it. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Harry. And thank you, Richfield Park. First half of RTC Respect is in the books. And we're ready to continue right now with the second half. And this first match will be a 4 corners tag team match. It'll be lucha-style rules, 2 in the ring at a time. This bout is scheduled for 1 fall. Angel Cruz in charge of the bell. Here is the first team.
Well, Sam, we have seen a lot of chaos tonight, and I say that in the most respectful, beautiful way. And we're going to keep that going with a 4-way tag scramble lucha rules, which is just setting us up for a fantastic matchup.
They fight out of the Bronx, New York, on a total combined weight of 415 pounds. Your appointment's favorite wrestler, Matt Awesome. The face of the franchise, Jarett Diaz. Together they are the Uptown Boys.
Uptown Boys entering the ring first. These two are a well-oiled tag team machine. Diaz and Matt Awesome.
Introducing the second team.
Well, the tag team division here at Respect. It's a brand new company, a brand new organization. We're starting from scratch. And this is a massive opportunity to claim your spot at the top of the mountain on night 1. But you're going to have to go through 3 other teams to do it, and that is no easy task with the level of talent in this ring tonight.
I couldn't agree more.
They fight out of Patterson, New Jersey. On a total combined weight of 450 pounds. Bulldog Pittman. Mr. All-Day, Kenny Bengal. SCK Silk City King.
From one of the meanest cities in all of New Jersey, and that is saying a lot. Patterson, the Silk City Kings are coming here tonight to maintain their dominance over this city, Richfield Park, and this organization, Respect. And you can see a complete lack of respect, no pun intended, from the Uptown Boys.
Introducing the third team.
I spoke to the Uptown Boys. They say they have absolutely no regard for any of these teams, and maybe a little bit towards Project Mayhem, who are in this contest tonight. But other than that, they have no regard for anybody but themselves.
So you're accompanied by the true manager of champions, Silk E. Smooth. Fighting out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the ECW King, Absolute Alvin Alvarez. From Wall Street, the chairman of K Industries, Adam Kane.
And we have a makeshift tag team, a new tag team coming together. And they have the least experience as a cohesive unit, but what they do have is Silk E. Smooth guiding them, and that may be all they need to go right to the top.
Yes, a great manager can propel you to even greater heights. We'll have to see how this tag team fares. As you said, newly put together, but definitely a moment to show that they are at the top of the tag team pecking order here at Respect. So many implications in this match. Who will reign supreme as we bring out the final team?
And the final team in tonight's 4 corners tag team match. unknown combined weight, the one true face of death, the one they call Eden, the new face of chaos, Smiley. Together they are Project Mayhem.
And the team with the most level of experience combined, but maybe the most level of insanity as well put together, Project Mayhem. They are the wild card in this 4-match scramble here. They are unpredictable, and that could be the thing that sends them to the top. That could be their key to victory.
Yeah, they are unpredictable, they are unhinged, and they are willing to take some risks in that ring that the others are not. 4 teams, 4-corner tag team scramble, and as we said, this is lucha rules, so that means that you do not need to tag in or out to be the legal man.
And before we get this action started, I want to throw a quick plug here before we get fast and furious for Smacks NYC for sponsoring tonight's event, as well as Wes, Kyle, and Rocco. Rocco, such a good boy. Also OCPW, GG for the win, and Toe Tags and the Knucklehead Podcast. Thank you for bringing this event to life. I am so proud to be part of this, Sam. I'm glad that we are working together tonight, and we are part of something that I believe is historic. I believe we'll be talking about this years from now, and that's just from the first half. I'm calling it. I'm calling it that this is an event and this is a promotion you're going to be talking about for years. And that is why this tag match is so important. Because to be the best tag team in this new organization on night 1, that's something no one can take away from you.
Absolutely. The first tag team win here, the first team to win will definitely set the tone.
Well, speaking of setting the tone, Kane Industries already setting the tone, going right after one of the tag teams, tossing them out. It's going to be Fast and Furious. We're now down to 3.
Yeah, well, as you said, they are the least experienced tag team in this match, looking to make a statement, no less. Now, jaw-jacking to the Silk City Kings.
Well, trying to form another union. We've seen this in multi-team and multi-man matches. If they can form some cohesion together, they can take advantage, which is what you might have to do for Project Mayhem.
Yeah, I think there's a little too much strategizing, not enough physicality.
Well, I guess Silk City turned down that business offer with their fists.
Yes, both these teams no stranger to performing in the Mecca. Now exchanging strikes back and forth, both these teams. Kenny Bengal projecting the leg of Eden back into Smiley.
Well, like a boomerang. I don't know if that's lucha, that's Australian, but these guys, nobody knows where they're from because they're under masks. And I think even if you took off the mask, they wouldn't tell you. I mean, these two formed a tag team together based out of an insane asylum. That's where they met.
Oh, okay, so this was very well thought out, this union.
I mean, it was thought out, but who thought of it, which voice in their head thought of it, that's under investigation. But meanwhile, in the center of the ring right now, with lucha rules, these two, it's Eden and Kenny Bengal just exchanging chops here. But Kenny Bengal reversing it. Eden with some help from Smiley, getting himself caught in the ropes.
Little assist there, and now Bengal in a precarious position, square center of the ring. Eden and Smiley dominating this first half of the match.
Some crazy thoughts in unison. Look at that, 1, 2. For a couple of lunatics, they seem to have a lot of great ideas when it comes to tag team wrestling. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they've got a screw or two loose, but they know what they're doing in that ring. And now 2 men that have also faced off against Eden and Smiley, the Uptown boys, amongst everyone in the match. These are actually the only 2 teams that have tussled together before.
Ooh. But right away, Alan Alvarez using that big, massive frame to break up that party.
Yeah, Project Mayhem looking to make a statement against the more experienced Uptown boys. They've been tagging together for about 3 or 4 years in the tri-state area.
And to much success. They've had a great run.
They've held tag team championships, singles gold individually. They are booked and busy boys.
But Mike Awesome fighting his way out here. Meanwhile, Alan Alvarez just a reversal from Jarett Diaz.
Oh, Alvarez panicking off to the outside now. But Mr. Kane here unloading a chop onto Awesome. But look out, Jarett Diaz. Some good tag team synergy here by the Uptown boys taking out Kane. These two are dominating right now.
And you can see they're bringing that big Bronx Bori energy. Oh, up and over!
And you better believe that over-the-top rope move feels different with Jarett Diaz now weighing 200 pounds. He is a big, strong boy. He's been making those gains, and he wants to tell everyone about it.
Well, without a doubt, a middleweight that flies like a lightweight. But in the center of the ring, though, Kenny Bengal trying to take advantage against Adam Kane there. A nice side kick to the gut. Maybe go for a scissor kick here, and he lands it. And up from the top.
Making that opening now for Bulldog Pittman. Someone's got to get the cover, though. Watch out, Alvarez here. Breaking that cover. Does he? Sending Pittman out, and now looking to set his sights on Bengal.
And that's the difficulty again. We talk about multi-team or multi-man scrambles. Just when you have the advantage, somebody else comes up from behind and steals your thunder. And speaking of thunder, the thunderous forearm from Alvin Alvarez, who is just a big beast. He's made a name for himself as a singles competitor, but with Adam Kane and Silky Smooth by his side, he might be achieving tag team gold, and it could start tonight.
And now he's beckoning in his tag team partner for a double team move onto Bengal. Oh my, taking a little too much time there, tagging in Smiley. Remember those lucha rules. Double cross body delivered to Project Mayhem.
And Smiley is another guy with a lot of mass on his frame that he uses with that lightweight, high-flying lucha style that makes it just more deadly, so quick with those strikes. But oh, miscommunication there from Kane Industries.
Yeah, Kane knocking out his partner Alvarez, perfectly setting up Smiley for a stunner.
Goes for the cover here. 1, 2. But Adam Kane able to kick out, and that was the disadvantage, the lack of experience, the lack of cohesion as a tag team. It cost them in that moment, and Project Mayhem almost took this thing home, and they might take it home now with this. Ooh!
What a dominant move, goes for that cover. 2. But Pittman with a tackle to Eden, breaking up that pin.
And right behind him is his partner, Kenny Bengal, and they're trying to dispose of Project Mayhem quickly. Ooh.
If they can work quickly, this could be their time to get the W.
2.
Jarett Diaz breaking that up. This is Tag Team Chaos here in this 4-corner match. Beckoning Awesome in, looking to close in on this opening here. Taking out Pittman, does Awesome, and now Jarett Diaz teeing up.
Oh, the tag team work from these two is astonishing. The Uptown boys working in fluid unison here, but quickly before they can celebrate, Kane Industries with those massive frames just driving them down with a clothesline. 1, 2, but Eden from the top rope.
Big risk to break up that pin, allowing his partner Smiley to close in.
2, 3.
Here are your winners, Eden and Smiley and Trixie, Project Mayhem.
Well, they may be crazy, but tonight they're crazy successful as we cut to the replay here. Look at that. Breaking up the pinfall with the senton bomb, and then Smiley following it up with a beautiful moonsault, dropping that frame. And 1, 2, 3.
Yes, the most experienced tag team in this match, getting the victory and laying claim to the first ever W in our tag team division here at Respect. Who will step up to these two? We'll have to wait and find out as this journey of Respect continues. But guys, every single team in this match definitely showed out. Harry, what do you think?
I mean, I'm just looking at everything these teams brought individually. And on night 1, I can proudly say that we have one of the best tag divisions on the independent scene, because that was quite impressive, and any one of them could have been victorious, but unfortunately, it was these lunatics, Project Mayhem, and they'll be able to celebrate all night at the Insane Asylum with all the apple juice they can drink.
Yeah, hopefully someone closes them into a padded room and swallows the key, because these two are a little nuts, but nevertheless, getting that victory, we are keeping it rocking and rolling here at Respect. Use the hashtag Respect to let us know what you think of the show live on YouTube right here at the Mecca. Next up, Sammy Chaos facing off against Gabby, Forza, 2 juggernauts of the Northeast.
And that match brought you and
Come on,
sponsored.
TM Stevens. All right, referee DM Stevens once again. The Mecca Zone. He comes with the building. That's right. No, you don't have a room upstairs, no? Okay. I always thought you did. Okay, with that said, we gotta thank the match sponsor of this next contest. We're talking about Wes, we're talking about Kyle, and we're talking about Rocco Evans. So thank you to you three for always watching out and sponsoring and giving us your weekends. Every time we see you here in the Mecca, we are very appreciative. So thank you to the Evans family for sponsoring this next singles match. Okay, with that said, this singles match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
Well, wrestling would be nothing without our fans. And so with that, we say thank you to our sponsors, Wes, Kyle, and Rocco. Rocco here for his last show. He's such a good boy, our four-legged friend. And they've sponsored a good one. This is the end of a trilogy, the third match, the rubber match, if you will, between two fantastic performers. And I have a feeling it's not going to be pretty, Sam.
No, it's not. These are two ladies that have torn it up all over the Northeast. Sammi Chaos looking to lay waste to one of the biggest and brightest stars in the women's division in the Northeast. Gabby Forza, super well-liked by all of the fans. Sammi Chaos, no love lost between her and the fans. But she's been making statement after statement, taking out every woman in her path. It would seem like the only woman she hasn't been able to hold down for the count is Gabby Forza. As you know, each of them hold a win over each other. Tonight will determine who, in fact, is the best hoss in the Northeast, I would say. And what's that? Is she holding a like a dark gnome?
It is a gnome that has been spray painted black ore. It's been co-opted by Sammi Chaos and joined the dark side. I don't know, you ask her, I'm not doing it.
Well, I know we saw that eerie video in which Sammi chronicled...
And her opponent.
Chronicled...
Well, that's a nice way to put it.
Unaliving, shall we say, Gabby's gnomes, Gabby's family, a little somber, but Gabby, here to make a smash, here for her comeuppance.
Well... she hasn't killed Gabby's spirit, that's for sure. Coming out here like a ball of fire. Gabby Forza trying to end this trilogy, and it's important because this has become personal. You never touch a person's gnome. That's going too far.
You don't, and you certainly don't touch Gabby Forza's gnomes. I've seen many women break Gabby's gnomes, be it accidentally or intentionally, and then unleash the beast. Many of you see Gabby in the ring. She's an absolute powerhouse, super dominant, but a really nice person outside of the ring. You don't want to stoke that beast and get her upset.
Sam, you say powerhouse, but you got to let these people know you mean that literally. I mean, she has...
I would like to welcome both of you to this match sponsored by Wes, Kyle, and Rocco Evans.
Wait a minute here. Wait.
This singles match is scheduled for one fall.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Yep.
Ray Sanchez, our promoter.
Let's give Ray the floor. What do you...
Oh, okay. Well, our showrunner, Ray Sanchez, coming out with a belt.
Ray, why don't you introduce... what is this piece of hardware?
Oh.
Is this what I think it is? Sanchez, you sneak, you pulled another one on us.
Again, thank you to Wes, Kyle, and Rocco for sponsoring your semi-main event, which is now for the Respect Women's Heavyweight Championship.
And the surprises keep coming.
Welcome to this singles match for the Respect the Craft Respect Women's Championship. This bout is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first in the far corner to my left, she fights out of Asbury Park, New Jersey. She is the harvester of sorrows, Sammi Chaos.
Sammi Chaos, Dark Gnome in hand.
She fights out of Long Island, New York. She is your homie, the Nomi, your one and only Gabby Forza.
Gabby Forza, the Nomi. And suddenly we are calling a championship match that we didn't expect, but more importantly, these two competitors didn't anticipate or expect. And you got to wonder, Sam, as we see the referee display what is now on the line here, you got to wonder if that changes things psychologically for both of these opponents. This match already had a lot at stake. It was the end of a trilogy. It was Gabby trying to get her comeuppance on Sami Chaos for all the damage she's done to her personal effects. And now, on top of that, there is a championship on the line.
Yes, an already heated rivalry being made piping hot by the interjection of the RTC Women's Championship. Tonight we will be crowning the inaugural holder of that belt right here at Respect. It will be Sami Callihan or Gabby Forza.
And Sami Chaos holding on to that gnome. You can see the smile. It's all right. There's been so much going on here.
I don't blame you, Sam. A lot of wrestling racking my brain right now.
That's fine. And listen, if you're going to name anybody, there's no shame in comparing her to Sami Callihan because she is just as vicious and violent. And if you want proof of that, you should see what she did to those gnomes. It wasn't pretty.
Oh, yeah. She does a cannonball that could definitely rival Callahan's. But back to the contents of this match. I think Gabby is showing her displeasure with that dark gnome.
Not just that, she's saying that that red spot is the blood. The blood. And I think that's the blood of Gabby Forza. This is, again, the end of a trilogy here. Let's go over the history a little bit as Gabby Forza. And you got to wonder if this is a psychological advantage for Sami Chaos here. She's already in the kitchen of Gabby Forza. The first match, Gabby speared Chaos and was able to get the victory, but in the second match, Chaos jumped Gabby right on top of her head and then landed a Vader bomb, and in the process took her gnome. And look, I get it. Some people might say it's a gnome, it's a silly little thing. Well, guess what? It means a lot to Gabby. Some people need that security blanket, figuratively, so to speak.
Yeah, Gabby doesn't need a security blanket in the ring, but it's something that has become so synonymous with her love of gnomes, and I think that some wrestlers try and dog on her for that, try and take advantage of that with her. Oh, now Sami Chaos going for that handshake, not breaking the grip. Both of these ladies striking, unloading, no love lost between these two. This is going to be a hellacious physical match. It's not often that both of these ladies are faced with someone in the ring that can really go toe-to-toe with them, pound for pound.
And this is going to be a big hoss fight, as we used to call it back in the day. And already, Sami Chaos just driving the Nomi onto the ground here. But Gabby Forza with those big forearms. But look, Sammy's still standing up. Those forearms that would knock down an ordinary competitor are not having the impact on some of the size of Sami Chaos, but
for sure. And keep in mind, Gabby Forza, a pro footballer, not able to get Sammy down, but she did get her over that middle rope to the outside. Now Chaos on the outside regaining her composure.
And that's not something Sami Chaos is used to being thrown off her feet. Middle rope, top rope, it doesn't matter. Ooh.
Yeah, these two ladies are so evenly stacked. Sami Chaos has been in the game a little longer than Gabby Forza, but over the last 2 years, the work rate that Gabby has put in, she's got well over 100 matches under her belt, and she's traveled all over the U.S. and Canada.
You know, Sam, it's not the amount of experience you have in years, but the amount of experience you have in dates, in matches, and wisdom.
And in opponents, too.
Without a doubt. And gnomes can't count to 10. We're learning that. And for Sami Chaos, she's learning that the hard way.
Yeah, I think Sammy is regretting her decisions leading up to this match, angering Gabby Forza.
And Gabby Forza going out to break the count. And this is a championship match, so I guess it cannot be decided on a count out. So it's smart of Gabby Forza. But I think that is more to the liking so that she can cause and inflict more pain on Sami Chaos. But Sammy catches her. Oh, no. Whoa! Oh, no!
Wow, nearly breaking the face of Forza on that outside apron. This is now where Sammi is her most comfortable, beating people up on the outside. She utilized that post just now. She's in her element, Harry.
She is so big and so massive that when she drives you into a post, it's a lot different than a different opponent doing that. But Gabby smartly reversing it. She had to do that to survive here, because I don't know if she could have outlasted another blow from Sammi Chaos.
Yeah, Gabby smartly strategizing here on the outside, clubbing blows to the back of Sammi, but Sammi not relenting here. Both of these ladies just strongly dislike each other, and when you add that title into the picture, we're really going to see these women as competitive as ever.
You know, I wonder right now in this moment if either of them are thinking about the title with the amount of pain they're causing to each other. This right now is very personal. I think the title is a nice benefit, but even without the championship on the line, I knew this was going to be violent. I knew this was going to be intense. But look at Sammi Chaos smartly using her size, her leverage.
Driving that neck of Gabby Forza right now. Gabby trying to power out. She's clearly in pain, but she's a tough cookie.
And lucky for her, that powerlifting background has helped her fight her way out, striking the ribs of Sammi Chaos.
Gabby Forza with endless amounts of wind and heart, not one to give up. Chaos creating a little bit of distance. Off the ropes she goes, but no one home there for Forza.
And Sammi Chaos, there's those years of experience you're talking about, but Gabby smartly moving out of the way of the senton, and that would have been it if Chaos had landed her entire frame on top of Gabby Forza.
And now Gabby, senton of her own here, really feeling it. Not going for that pin. She's got to have something else up her sleeve. She's fired up. Now she does it.
2.
Hooks that leg, not quite enough. I think that she's going to really want to get Sammi Chaos back on her feet and deliver some strikes, power moves, utilize the corner, really everything around her.
It's definitely going to take a lot to keep her down. Oh.
Vicious back elbow to Forza. Both of these ladies really putting some vinegar into each of those strikes.
Oh, wow.
Now with a hair beel to Gabby Forza. Chaos.
1, 2. And a kick out there from Forza. And you know something? You're rarely in a situation as Gabby Forza, a competitor with a size disadvantage. She's not used to that. And what happens when you're in that situation is these maneuvers, these move sets, these combinations that you usually rely on, they're not as effective, and it throws you off.
Yeah, so of course Gabby, Sammi, they can both use these powerhouse moves that they know are in their arsenal, but it might be a little bit harder to cinch those in than with a smaller opponent.
Without a doubt, but Sammi Chaos just driving Garza again like a ragdoll, like she's not used to being tossed around, and using that massive frame to choke her out and utilizing the entire count. And this is a terrible situation for the Nomi. You know, she might have come into this, you know, it's with a little bit too much personal animosity, and her focus, you know, might have been different against a different challenger, but here she is now suffering at the hands of Sammi Chaos, who can put this away if she can drive the Nomi into the mat here, but she's fighting her way out.
She is, and in a match as personal as this, now with title implications, the inaugural Women's Championship at RTC on the line, Gabby Forza knows what she's fighting for, so too does Sammi Chaos.
Sam, did you see that Forza was gearing up for some type of lariat and just driven to the ground so quickly with minimal effort from Sammi Chaos, just using all that frame to do the work for her, and now, she's in a bad predicament. Is the Nomi.
Sammi Chaos really looking to lay waste to Forza. She doesn't just want to win. She doesn't want to just become the champion, but she really wants to prove to everyone in the Northeast that she's better than Gabby. Gabby, a competitor competing internationally now. So as I always say, someone's always next up, and Sammi Chaos wants to be that gal.
Well, the worst thing you can deal with is somebody who has a massive frame and is also has a jealous personality. And let me tell you something. Sammi Chaos, I mean this with no disrespect, she's fed up with the amount of hits and views that the Nomi is getting.
Yeah, she's sick and tired of constantly having the fans cheer for Gabby and never her. But Gabby now really fed up with Sammi Chaos. She's fired up. She's getting into that fourth gear that she needs to be at if she's going to be the RTC Women's Champion. Taking down the beanstalk that is Sammi Chaos here.
Repeatedly just landing those chops. That knocks the wind right out of you, and that might be what Gabby has to do to... I mean, she literally has to chop her opponent down like a big redwood and taking the breath away. That might be step one here.
Yeah, I think Chaos is looking to create a little bit of distance there by cinching into those ropes, but Forza now, she's got it locked in. Could this be a suplex if she can get it? But Sammi Chaos driving those hips in.
And then those open palm strikes right to the quads.
Taking down Forza with such ease. Oh my gosh. Can feel the ring vibrate from here, and now
her knee
Forza,
might be dislocated here.
Yeah,
you can see her.
She's favoring that, Harry.
And that's not going to help her in this moment here. She's already having enough difficulty as it is. And to do it on one leg, you're not going to be able to squat your way out of this.
But one thing Gabby Forza has is resolve. We're seeing that right now. And German right into the buckle. Devastating maneuver. The tide has turned. Gabby, you got to get up to your feet and capitalize on this momentum, girl.
She's got to take advantage here. Driving the hips into Sammi Chaos, and another.
And I think the crowd wants one more. Let's give them what they want.
Oh!
Basement crossbody delivered to Sammi Chaos.
And I think that's really smart of Forza to use all of her frame, to use every ounce of her frame, leap in the air. That's what she's going to have to do to equal the size disadvantage here.
And oh my gosh, is she going to attempt this?
I mean, she is a powerlifting champion.
And she hoists her up. What an act of strength by Gabby Forza. Go for that cover.
1, 2.
2.5. DM Stevens not calling the three count. This match rolls on for the Women's Championship here at RTC.
And Sammi Chaos has never been lifted and dropped like that in her career, and it could only happen at the hands of somebody who broke 2 New Jersey State records.
Of that, seeing Forza deliver that gives me hope that she could be closing in on a win here.
But again, I think this is a mistake here. She's trying to use these maneuvers. She going for the and that was reversed by Sammi Chaos. She was going for the jackhammer, which is how she's put away many an opponent, but those opponents aren't the size of Sammi Chaos.
I agree. She's really going to have to reassess her strategy. As you said, working with people that are smaller than you consistently can make you a little too comfortable delivering those power moves. But with Sammi, she's really going to have to use something that not only is powerful, but also quick to take Sammi off of her feet. And
right now, it's a question of which of these two will get to their feet first. This could be it. If you can capitalize on this advantage, these two have gone back and forth. And you can see, look at that, Gabby just favoring those ribs on the right side, and that might be the least of her injuries, but just, you know, showing Sammi Chaos where the injured parts are, that's not good, because she went right after it with a big punt kick.
Yeah, Chaos will laser in to those weaknesses, and we've seen this before. Such a dominant Chaos when she rises to the second rope. But Gabby Forza, she knows what's at stake. A W, a title. She stands up, last reserves of energy, and she hoists her up.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Could it be? She does it. She gets the big woman down. Chaos squarely center of the ring. The audience saying, holy crap. Harry, this could be the moment that Gabby closes in on inaugural champ.
She's going for the spear.
There she goes. Gabby, it's yours. Hook that leg.
1, 2, and no.
Oh my gosh. Just in the nick of time, Sammi Chaos grabbing the ropes at the last second.
And the positioning, unfortunate for Gabby, but definitely a great break there for Sammi Chaos.
Gabby not giving up here, Harry. What's she got up her sleeve?
I think she's headed to the top here. This is not a place we see Gabby very often, but I think she realizes she's got to dig deep into the playbook here. Something big to take down Sammi Chaos, but no.
Chaos wants nothing to do with a top rope Forza, but she has no problem throwing her off that top rope. This could be very dangerous for Gabby Forza right now.
This is not where Gabby Forza wants to be, and if the Harvester of Sorrows is able to land this, it's going to be over for the Nomi.
Looking to harvest Gabby Forza's soul. Oh my gosh, the ring nearly collapsing before us here. Semi-main event of Respect. It's anyone's game, Harry.
Here we go for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner and the inaugural Respect the Craft, Respect Women's Champion, the Harvester of Sorrows, Sammi.
Wow, I am just out of breath after calling that match. Harry, we have a new inaugural RTC Women's Champion in Sammi Chaos. Closing moments of the match. Big risk by Chaos, delivering a hellacious suplex off the top rope to Forza, and that was enough for her to close in on the 1, 2, 3, making her a part of RTC history.
And for Gabby Forza, this has to be disappointing. Everything taken out of her by the bigger, the stronger, the more dominant, the Harvester of Soul, Sammi Chaos, who now leaves the Mecca as the first Respect Women's Champion. And I'll tell you this, Sam, I truly believe in my heart, this is going to be a very long title reign.
I couldn't agree more. Congratulations to Sammi Chaos, and of course, fantastic showing by Gabby Forza. But right now, we're going to be heading into the main event of Respect. Anthony Gangone going face-to-face with Bronson, who will walk away our very first Respect heavyweight champion.
There's a reason that this matchup is the main event of Respect. Two competitors who display exactly what competition is, what skill is, what pride is. And one of them is going to be the very first winner of the main event, and a lot to prove for both of them. For Bronson, he wants to prove that he's the best free agent out there. For Anthony Gangone, he wants to prove that nobody is above Dr. Sleep. Who will be victorious, we'll find out right now as we throw it over to Shane Fair in the ring to lead us to the main event.
Harry and Sam, thank you so much. One of the greatest commentary teams that you could ever ask for. Thank you to both of you for being here for Respect.
Forget about everything I said about him. He's a great guy.
Before we get to our main event, there's a question on everybody's mind that we are going to answer right now. And that answer is November 14th. No escape. It's going to be right back here in the world-famous Mecca. That is November 14th. Respect the Craft presents No Escape right here live from the Mecca.
Well, the surprise announcements keep on coming here, Sam.
If you were wondering one and done, no. And a lot of people tried to make that so. You know, and there's a saying that goes, you get your biggest building in the city one of two ways. You build it yourself brick by brick, or you tear all the other ones down. And that's what they tried to do to Ray. That's what they tried to do, Respect the Craft. And you failed. You failed miserably. Second event coming up in November. Nothing is going to stop Respect the Craft here in the Mecca.
Wow. I can't believe that this is the second time I'm going to agree with Shane Fair.
Now, with that said, you could have been anywhere today. You could have been doing anything. You could have been at the movies. You could have been at the park. But you chose to come here and respect the craft and respect independent wrestling. And for that, we thank every one of you. With that said, we have reached the main event of Respect. And this bout is a singles match scheduled for one fall. The man in charge of the sound of the bell, referee Stephen Toomey. Introducing first,
It has been an amazing card so far. I know commentators say that all the time. I can say this without hubris. I was part of a fantastic show and the start of a movement. But this is the main event, and if anyone can live up to this, it's Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone. There's a reason he has been chosen tonight for the first main event in Respect history. And Sam, he is going to be the leader. He said this is his opportunity, a clean slate. He's coming to many an organization and taking over. But Anthony Gangone wants to do it on night one.
Well, that would certainly be a way to make a statement. He has questioned Bear Bronson's hunger in this business.
And his opponent.
He's questioned his hunger, but I think Anthony Gangone's just saying that because maybe he's been written off one too many times and he's sick of it. So now he looks to not only beat Bear Bronson, but become our inaugural RTC Heavyweight Champion. But not if Bear Bronson has anything to do with it.
Bear Bronson, self-proclaimed hottest free agent in professional wrestling. And with the run he's been on, I find it hard to disagree with that statement. He is on a mission to prove that he is the best and he deserves to be at the top. And he has been running through opponents all over the independent scene to prove it.
He certainly has. He is a Creative Pro graduate who spent the last couple of years over at All Elite Wrestling. You might have heard of it. Over the last couple of months, he has taken it back to the independent scene, taking everything that he learned over at AEW and really honing in on that, showing a new side of himself on the independent wrestling scene. We're seeing a more aggressive, a more determined, a more confident Bear Bronson.
And you can see the intensity that Bear brings to this event tonight. He knows there is a huge significance of being trusted to be in the main event, and especially going up against Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone. He wanted the best. He called it out. He asked for the best, and they don't get better than Anthony Gangone as far as I am concerned.
Gangone almost stalking his opponent here.
Before we begin, is there anything Ray would like to add or anything you'd like to say? Oh, he does.
Well, Raymond coming out
to
the ring.
Raymond, what's your order of business, sir?
Well, the last time he dropped some goodies on us, what could this announcement be? I mean, we already know the next event is November 14th.
So did we like the last surprise? Should we do one more? Danny, will you please?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Shane, you can do the honors for this one, please.
This singles match will be contested for the Respect the Craft, Respect Heavyweight Championship. This singles match is scheduled for one fall. The man in charge at the sound of the bell, referee Stephen Dumeg. Introducing first in the corner to my left, he is from downstairs. This is Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone.
Anthony Gangone, the ring veteran.
And his opponent, he fights out of...
Oh. A sign of disrespect there before we even get this match started.
Yeah, Bronson not having any of that. He's fired up and focused.
But Bronson needs to control himself here. He's doing exactly what Gangone wants.
He fights out of Long Island, New York, and weighed in this evening at 285 pounds, Richfield Park. This is Bear Bronson.
And Bear Bronson, you can see that that fury that he has, that pride. You know, this has been a mission of his ever since he was not renewed at AEW. He's made no bones about it. He felt he was underused. And I, for one, I agree. You know, those are the shakes in business here. But as we see that championship being held up by the referee, Stephen Dumang, and now the perspective of this match takes on a completely different tone now that there's a championship on the line. And just like the last match, you got to wonder if that changes the perspective and mentality of both these competitors, Sam.
Yes, it is surprise after surprise. No doubt that both these gentlemen are going to lock in just a little extra because our heavyweight title is now on the line. As we said for the semi-main, the same thing runs true. Being the first ever of anything is always a great notch on the belt.
And this matchup in particular here, you got two people in different portions of their career here. Bear Bronson, a young man, a young talent. I mean, he has been in the business for since 2015, but in the wrestling business, that doesn't automatically guarantee that you have the advantage as a veteran. Oh! Little trash talking from Bear Bronson, trying to reciprocate what Anthony Gangone has been doing for weeks at this point.
Yeah, he's been jaw-jacking online like crazy. I have a feeling we're going to see a rebuttal from Bear Bronson throughout this match, getting the fans involved. I think that's where Bronson's going to get the psychological advantage over Gangone by utilizing the fans to drive Gangone crazy.
And quickly into a rear waist lock there, but the strength of Bear Bronson just too much. The big berserker just so massive here, and Gangone taking it in. Now look, the thing about Gangone is he has been at this for so long. He has taken on opponents bigger than him, stronger than him, but he's always come out on top because he's able to use his cunning ability, his ring technique, and that's what Bear Bronson is going to have to fight. He's not going to have to outpower him. He's going to have to outthink him.
Yeah, but sometimes with the Gangone, he gets a little bit too cocky when he's on the offensive, and it often winds up being to his detriment. Right now, I think this was poorly thought out, right?
Well, you know, Gangone has his pride, but whoa!
Well, we're seeing that right there, just smack the taste out of Bronson's mouth, but it's firing him up.
Oh, big shoulder block. Oh!
Wow, that shoulder block actually wound up jettisoning Bronson into the ropes, into Gangone. I bet he's regretting that right now,
I don't think that's what Gangone had in mind for sure. And Bronson trying to get Gangone back into the ring. It is a championship match, so it does have to be won. Ooh, in the ring.
The beauty of physics. What comes up must go down, and what goes into the corner must eventually come to the center.
Another backdrop, and right now it's going to be hard for Gangone to come up with a strategy as he's worried about his lower back being broken in half. And if that wasn't enough, look at the strength of Bear Bronson.
He is a big boy. He is a strong man. We're seeing that on full display here. By God, Gangone landing onto like the whole front side of his body there. Bronson not wasting any time here, mounting the second rope. Think he might be going for a senton perhaps. I've seen him do that before. Let's see. Oh no, an elbow drop. Okay, a little bit of misdirection there, but we love it. Goes for that cover, hooking that leg, but gets that quick 1 count. Bronson staying calm, cool, collected though. We're seeing this new confidence from Bronson, a confidence he says he didn't have during his last leg over at AEW. Really wanting to discover himself. Going for that discus lariat there, but no one
smartly,
home.
Gangone knows when to end the momentum, create some separation. To your point, Sam, you know, you got to remember this last run, a majority of his career, he's been a tag team wrestler. And it was a great tag team. Bear Country, they were very successful. They were very difficult to wrestle. But wrestling on your own in singles competition is completely different. And being the main eventer is a completely different thing. Altogether, it's a whole different game.
And Bronson knows that, so he's going to use everything he can, including water to the face of Gangone to level the playing field in that sense. But I think that really angered Gangone, who's now unloading those chops to the chest. A little exchange going here. I think Gangone is trying to get as far away from Bronson as possible.
And Gangone sometimes trying to teach a lesson to Bear Bronson at his own game, and that's not always the wisest situation. Oh,
No, and Gangone is often that wily veteran in the match who wants to teach a lesson to the guy who's less experienced.
And he has. He's taught many a lesson to many competitors, but Bear Bronson right now is trying to teach Gangone that he doesn't care.
Yeah, this isn't the opponent for that. When you've got a chip on your shoulder, when you've got something to prove, and of course when there is heavyweight gold on the line, the implications just get stronger and stronger for both men here as this competition continues on the outside.
Oh, wow, Bear Bronson with those massive clubbing forearms. Gangone fighting desperately to create some space, but I mean, he cannot go punch for punch with Bear Bronson. That is not a fight he's going to win. Oh, my, right in front of us here, and the fans are getting an interactive experience.
Yes, we love that. This is experiential wrestling for the
and
wrestlers,
Bear
for
Bronson
the fans.
smartly just barely breaking the count. And there you go. That is a little bit of the adjustment that Bronson is going to have to make, being a singles competitor there.
Yeah, you have to start looking out for yourself, not expecting others to have your back, right?
Who wants me to kill Dr. Sleep?
Oh, wow.
Okay, I mean, hey, that's laying it down. Let's see.
I don't appreciate how quick these people were to answer that. That's not fair.
I think he might have been going for that Death Valley driver, but Anthony Gangone wants none of that.
Oh, no.
Could he? Neckbreaker connect on the outside to Bronson. That had to hurt on the outside of the apron. That's where that wood could be exposed depending on where on the apron you are.
Well,
so
exposed or not exposed, that is painful. I mean, that is we always say it, and it's true. It's the hardest part of the ring. And Gangone right after Bear Bronson now that he has him down. And, you know, we talk about that veteran mentality, that advantage that Gangone has. Bronson doing that little Q&A with the audience, as fun as it was for the crowd, it cost him, because that's all Gangone needed was a little bit of daylight to take advantage.
Just a little bit. Gangone will create an opening. He's ever the opportunist.
And Gangone was willing to let Bear Bronson get into the ring on his own.
Yeah, I question Gangone's decision-making here, though, because if this goes to a 10 count, no one will be the champ. Very cowardly behavior, poorly thought out by Gangone, but we'll see if Bear Bronson can break that count, and he does.
Oh.
But he was met with a drop kick to the face by Gangone right as he was coming in.
You call it cowardly, I'll call it diabolical. I think Gangone knows that somebody like Bear Bronson is not going to sit out there and take the count out. He's going to come into the ring, and Gangone has the higher ground, which we can see he fully takes advantage of. Those are the little bit of mind games that you just don't have unless you have that level of experience of somebody like Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone. But what Bronson lacks in that veteran experience, he makes up for with that power.
Yes, well, Bronson with a plethora of experience of his own, and dare I say even more experience, given that he has graced national television screens for years, but experience is certainly subjective, and Gangone has been a staple of the Northeastern wrestling scene for 14, 15 years. And he's seen a who's who of competitors.
Oh, wait a minute. A little tribute to Cactus Jack McFoley.
Love that. Okay, shades of Cactus Jack. He's starting to really feel that cockiness, that arrogance. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. Only gets the 2 count here, but we're seeing that maniacal grin in the face of Gangone here. The frustration being wiped away by this eerie confidence, Harry.
Well, Gangone has that ability and that confidence because he's been in so many contests. Like I said, you know, Gangone is never the one with the size advantage in a matchup. He always has to find a different way to win. And when you have to do that, you learn how to play chess in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, he plays chess. He cuts corners, cheat codes where he has to for my gamer friends. But right now, he's playing it clean. He's got Bronson in a hold. But
he's got him in the center of the ring for sure, but Bronson powering his way out of it.
And Gangone bringing him back down to size. I think if we're learning anything, devastating
Here we go.
knees.
1, 2.
Hooks that leg. If we're learning anything from Gangone right now, it's that he wants Bronson on the ground. This is where Bronson is weakest. Of course, he's a juggernaut, someone who is best served on his feet where he can deliver those power moves, Harry.
No, without a doubt, but if Gangone keeps him off his base there, he can't deliver those power maneuvers from his back.
And what is he doing? Is he rigging the eye or the nose? Couldn't see all of that from our camera angle.
Well, the referee, Stephen Domingue, 1, 2. He doesn't deem it a disqualification worthy. He'll allow it to go on. And to his credit, I don't think anybody here wants to see that type of finish. We want championships, and we want...
Bronson being chopped, but starting to eat those chops almost as though it's fueling his fervor to continue on in this match. Now, both of these men exchanging hands. Heavyweight title picture, main event of respect here, live on YouTube.
Here we go. 1, 2.
Bit of a cocky cover there by Gangone.
And you can see the juxtaposition on Gangone's face is one of fury not being able to keep Bear Bronson down. Just the massive girth. You know, any other opponent might have been put away by now.
Yeah, we're seeing high highs and low lows on the face of Gangone. When he's up, he's happy. When he's not, he is absolutely reeling. Going for a tackle there, last-ditch effort, and connects with a clothesline. Is he? Oh, he goes for that shoulder
1,
down.
2. And you can see the sneaky technique of Anthony Gangone.
Oh, sleepy time.
Oh, Dr. Sleep putting on the rear naked choke here, potentially. A deep headlock. A deep chin lock, rather.
Looking to send Bear Bronson to sleep. What a win it would be if he can defeat Bronson via ref stoppage, but I think it's a little too early on for that. Bronson powering through, looking to break that hold.
Those big, massive fists striking the ribs of Gangone. Oh, no. Gangone just tossed like a pile of laundry. And Bronson getting to his feet. If he can attack Gangone, but quickly, the big punt kick from Gangone.
Oh, going for a sunset flip. Bronson had him scouted. Wow. Uses all his weight to decimate the chest of Gangone, Harry.
That has got to suck the wind right out of you. And Bronson getting to his feet first, and that cannot be good news for Anthony Gangone.
It's certainly not. And when you've had your superplexes busted up by a guy as large as Bronson, panic could be setting in. You might not be able to breathe. You've got to stay paced. You've got to stay calm. Let's see what Gangone pulls out. The wily veteran here in our main event of respect.
And Gangone quickly tries to go after him, but Bear Bronson, you know, we talk about his size, but he's so quick and devastating with those strikes as well. Clothesline after clothesline sends Gangone down. Exploder suplex. And suddenly Dr. Sleep is in a nightmare situation here.
Yes.
As the big berserker Bear Bronson could be closing in on being the champ.
And now Bronson going for the jackhammer, and it's delivered.
1, 2.
Oh, wow. I thought for sure that could be the 3 count. This just goes to show how competitive this match is. Harry, Gangone still with some life in him here.
Yeah, surprisingly so. You and I both thought that running power slam was going to be the end of it. But again, this is where somebody like Bear Bronson, he has to regain his composure. You know, he's a veteran of this business, but singles competition, he's still relatively new on this run. And opponents like Anthony Gangone.
But he is showing why he's been thriving as a singles competitor the last few months, but not if Gangone has anything
big
to do with it.
1, 2.
Wow, what a coup that would have been. Steve Dumeng calling just for the 2 count. I think that was like 2 3/4, Harry.
Yeah, I mean, he's there. It was so close. And for big berserker himself.
And at this moment in the match, we've got to acknowledge there's not a lot of gas left in the tank for either of these men. What do you think is the best strategy when both men are tired, worn out, and fatigued?
They just got to remember that they have to give a last-ditch effort.
Oh, discus lariat attempted, thwarted by Gangone. Goes for that drop kick, does Gangone. If it's up to him, he's going to close in on the victory.
The top here. Going to the top rope, but Bear Bronson there to meet him.
Uh-oh. This is not the place that Gangone wants to be with the big man up top.
That is painful, but it's going to be the least painful thing that's going to happen to Gangone from that position if he's not careful.
Yeah, these guys are teetering on the edge here. Whoever gets one over is gonna get that title, in my opinion. And right now it appears that Gangone could be closing in on a win. Oh no!
Oh, he's
Submission locked in. The crippler crossface locked in. Bronson is square center of the ring. Is he gonna tap?
Bronson fighting so hard not to give in. Gangone cinching it in. It's in the center of the ring here. Dr. Sleep.
But Bronson, his eyes closing. Oh, goes for the pin.
2.
Smart move by Bronson.
It was the only way to get out of that for Bronson. Bronson follows up, but Gangone moves out of the way.
Uh-oh.
But Bronson was attempting to hit that choke bomb. Gangone with the DDT from the second rope. Goes for the cover.
Hooks
1,
that leg.
2.
2.5. We have the near falls rocking and rolling here back to back. Each of these competitors so evenly matched against each other. 2 veterans, 2 people vying for the RTC Heavyweight Championship here in the main event. What is this? Is he going to be putting on the mask?
When Anthony Gangone puts on this mask, he transforms into
no.
Dr. Sleep.
Oh, let's not.
And you have to ask yourself, who is the most dangerous? Who is the most vicious?
Oh, okay, choosing not to put the mask on.
The strap broke on the mask. It's something that Gangone going for the mandible claw there, which has put away so many opponents. Something he has adopted along with this new persona of Dr. Sleep. But Bronson able to grab the wrist. Enziguri there from Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone.
Yeah, that mask might not have been able to be strapped in, but Gangone is laser focused here. Bronson on all fours, attempting to rise to his feet, but Gangone keeping him down. This is embarrassing what he's doing to Bear Bronson, kicking him in the face, such an act of disrespect.
But Bronson rising up from the ashes.
Lowering those singlet
straps there.
Love that straps. Yes, thank you, Harry.
No, without a doubt, there's so much action. I don't blame you. We're all over the place, and this action is all over the place. Look at the exchange back and forth between these two.
Yeah, these guys are just running off pure instinct right now. This match has been going on for upwards of 15 minutes. Bronson with a giant haymaker to Anthony Gangone, going for that discus lariat once more.
He went for another punt kick, but this time he lands it. Gangone goes up and over.
Learning from the first 2 times.
The choke bomb! The choke bomb! 1, 2, 3, no!
Bronson in utter shock. No doubt he thought that was going to be the victory for him. Wow.
And
wow.
The dismay on the face of Bear Bronson, who came so close. He thought it was over. I thought it was over. Everyone in the building thought it was over, but the reality is not. It is not, and he needs to compose himself. Get to your feet. You may not have gotten that double. Oh, you could see. And look at the replay here. Look at that massive lariat. Gangone spins 360. And you can see Bronson grabbing all of that double choke slam, the choke bomb, and just so close. But Gangone kicking out at the last second. You can see on that replay, the ref got that call right. But here we are. Bear Bronson trying to finish off Gangone. Could he be going for a Fire Thunder driver?
Gangone slithering out of the way, rolling out. Steve Dumang inadvertently being taken out by Bear Bronson.
Wrong place at the wrong time for our official, and he is out. Could you imagine being hit
and
by
now
Bear
we've
Bronson?
got no referee. Gangone executing here fully. Low blow to Bronson into a DDT. We need to get another official out here right now. Come on, guys, get someone out here. Where's security?
Gangone for the cover. 1, 2, 4. And Gangone would have been the champion if we had an official out here.
No one home here. Steve Dumang nowhere to be seen. Gangone going outside of the ring. Where's he going? What's he looking for?
Wait a minute.
Well, this would be what he does, Harry.
Well, he's got a little bit of furniture here. The referee can't call what he can't see, and right now the referee is seeing stars. And Anthony Gangone is taking full advantage of it. We've seen him do it before.
Well, if this is the way that Gangone wants to win, by all means, but is he going to feel good about it afterwards?
Oh, he's going to feel great when he holds that gold in his hand, but
Bronson blocking the chair. Both men vying for that chair now. This is going to be a major tide shift. Bronson with a headbutt, and now he sees that he has got all that power to use that chair. Will he use it? Yes.
Bronson better take advantage of this situation. There may not be another opportunity. You want that gold. Oh, no!
Another low blow by Gangone. Gets that chair, hitting Bronson square in the noggin. Down goes the big man, and now Gangone motioning over to Steve Dumeng, trying to get him back in the ring. I don't even know if... Oh, there he is. Steve's showing some signs of life here.
Steve's crawling to the ring here, and meanwhile, Anthony Gangone has the mandible claw in the jaw of Bear Bronson.
Oh, he's choking him.
He's writhing in pain here. And is it over here? The referee checking. It could be over here. Gangone just sucking the oxygen with that mandible claw, that nerve hold.
Bear Bronson evidently fading here.
It's over! It is over!
Wow.
Anthony Gangone has done it again. The tactics most people don't agree with.
Here is your winner, the inaugural Respect the Craft, Respect Heavyweight Champion, Dr. Sweet Anthony Gangone.
And Sam, Anthony Gangone taking a seat on what is essentially his new throne here at the top of Respect, as he is now our inaugural Respect Heavyweight Champion.
Yes, well, I'd say that Respect is in order, but I don't know that I can respect Gangone after a win like that. But nevertheless, Gangone, the first RTC Heavyweight Champion. Bear Boulder with a tremendous showing, but in the closing moments, showing no sign of life with that mandible claw cinched in. What an inaugural show this has been.
Sam, this has been a fantastic debut event, and it's not going to be the last, because on Friday, November 14th, Respect Wrestling presents No Escape live right here again from the Mecca. Tickets go on sale soon. Respect Wrestling on all social media platforms. Stay up to date.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for watching us here tonight.
It's been a fantastic event for Mr. Entertainment, Harry Trajanian, and my broadcast colleague, Sam Laterna. We'll see you at the matches.